Maybe he will one day, my friends. Maybe he will. Hello, you. This is the 3-hour whatever. Who cares? Who gives a monkeys? We're here. It's Monday. Just dropping a bit of wood there. It's not sexual or lavatorial slang. Pleased to meet you. Although it probably is in some parts of the world, isn't it? Again, these are very quiet. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it. I'm boosted up to the max here. I'm using some magical headphones that don't seem to be communicating to my ears properly. It's Monday. Things are going to be a little bit bumpy as we prepare for takeoff this afternoon. Just because it's that weird kind of getting back into this swing of things after the week. Oh, man! What a weekend! Agent Chris and I discovered the magic of the Xbox 360 live online. We spent Saturday evening shooting Americans, and then we started playing computer games. I'm joking. Let's not make light of gun crime. It's a very serious issue. But we were playing Xbox 360 live, and it was wicked. And we can't. Well, let's throw that out as well to start. We can have that kind of running. We do want to know today, what things have you learnt this weekend? What do you know Monday that you did not know Friday? Have you learnt something this weekend? Agent Chris and I have learnt we can make free phone calls, in inverted commas, by using the Xbox 360. We just plug in, go straight into the broadband, we wear these silly little headsets, and they do make us look stupid. And then we just chat to each other. Just chatting, and then playing computer games, and then just chatting, without the cost of a phone call. Didn't cost us a thing. What have you learnt this weekend? I'll tell you something I learnt this weekend. You may have remember last week, I asked, was there a television show, any television show worse than Soapstar Superstar? We couldn't find anything. Well, I've learnt this weekend there is a show worse than Soapstar Superstar. It's Strictly Come Dancing on Ice, whatever it's called. The ice show on the ITV. It is the most awful load of old cack I've ever seen in my life. Did you see the sets? The set looked like it came from 1968. It's a knockout. Philip Schofield, he's a nice fella in the daytime, early morning. That's what you want at 11. You don't want something that's too challenging. But on a Saturday evening, Tamara Beckwith sort of ice skating to a third of a song? It was atrocious. Robin Cousins as a chubby judge? No! Awful! What have you learnt this weekend? There's two things we've learnt. You can make free phone calls, sort of. You don't need the phone. That's what we've learnt, thanks to the magic of the Xbox 360 live online. I've also learnt that I can't remember what it's called, the Strictly Ice Dancing thing, was a load of old. It's the worst show in the world. It is the worst show in the world. There is a show worse than Soapstar Superstar, and boy, wasn't the end of that a massive anticlimax. Oh, the goth kid one. Oh, let's fire off a load of confetti, so much so you can't see his face when he's singing. I didn't actually watch the end of it, which is terrible. But there is a show worse than that. That is something I've learnt this weekend. What have you learnt this weekend? Have a think. Have you learnt something this weekend that you did not know before? 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call on that. We'll be talking about that throughout the whole show. But the thing we want to kick this hour off with... now, these headphones are cutting out now. Hang on a second. Let's try it in this slot where I'm not nudging it. There we go. That's a little bit better. And I'm going to drop the wood again. That's quite satisfying, isn't it? It's quite satisfying. Another thing. You know corner shops? Oh, we love the corner shop. Oh, they're good. Part of the community. It's small enterprise. It's the little man against the big multi-corporation. It's important because it keeps... No, I tell you what, they're rubbish. Corner shops, absolute rubbish. I tell you why. I went in one the other day. Overpriced. Suspicious staff. Whether they think that... If they think you're going to steal, I don't know. But they certainly make me feel like they think I'm going to steal something. To the point where I kind of think, stuff it, I might as well put a packet of jammy Dodgers down my trousers. Awful, awful places. They don't sell Heinz. They sell... wines, Tynes. These are just made-up kind of brands that you sort of look familiar, but they're probably not. 0870 9090 973. I want some kind of support on this. I think that the global hypermarket, supermarket, the big place, it's the future. Let's just get rid of the corner shop. They're rubbish. They are overpriced. They're staffed by rude people who can't be bothered to get off the phone. You're there with your basket waiting for your change. They're talking on the phone. What's that about? They're not allowed to use phones in Tesco's. Phones are banned on the shop floor in Tesco's. Oh no, that ain't happening. It's hard when you're in the shop, in the corner shop. I don't know who's a customer, who's working there. They're all just hanging around chatting. In Asda, they wear uniforms. They wear uniforms! So you kind of know who's who. Can anybody defend the corner shop? I bet not. I bet most people agree with me. There's this big myth, isn't there, that we want to save the corner shop. We don't use the corner shop. They're dying because these places, the supermarkets, are much cheaper. Much, much cheaper. Some of the stuff is almost half the price in Tesco's, Asda, Waitrose. Can anybody phone in and defend the corner shop? And I will listen to your argument. 0870 9090973. The thing is, I know already that the people that phone in to defend the corner shop will be boring old women. They'll be boring old women. I'm an old lady and it doesn't matter. Go to Tesco and save yourself a few pence and use that on buying some decent clothes, old woman. I'm really knocked off because I went to 2 corner shops at the weekend. Cost me a fortune. The food I got, the veg sort of went off the next day. They wouldn't look me in the eye. They were on the telephone. 0870 9090973. Come on, let's be sensible, London, huh? And the surrounding areas. Let's just get rid of the corner shop. Let's turn them into hairdressers or arcades or something like that. Something useful. We should have more arcades in high streets. You can email as well, by the way, iain@lbc.co.uk. Joanne is in the Kensington. Hello, Joanne.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Joanne.
I just wanted to say, nothing about corner shops, it's just to say that you have rubbished Caroline Faraday's most favourite show.
Oh, well, listen, Caroline Faraday generally rubbishes herself just by being drunk on air. What are you saying her favourite show is Strictly Come Ice Dancing with me?
She has a friend, the weather girl, who she spoke to, I think it was Saturday night.
Yes.
And had a long conversation with her.
Yes.
She mentioned it several times on Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
The show.
Yes.
And you rubbished it.
Yes, because did you see it, Joanne?
Well, I saw bits of it, but it's like Strictly Dancing on Ice.
Strictly Dancing, ... on ice. I'm not saying they've stolen the idea, because they could do me for that, but I'm suspicious.
Well, I'm bored with it at all.
Well, it's a load of old rubbish. The celebs won up to the scratch of Strictly Dancing.
No.
Ice skating isn't as impressive as ballroom dancing. Ballroom dancing is kind of a national institution with Come Dancing.
Of course.
And the set looked awful. And I'm not being funny, Philip Schofield, rubbish.
And she tripped. Her friend tripped over as well.
Oh, Caroline Faraday's friend?
Yeah.
Who was her friend then? Not tomorrow.
I can't remember the weather girl, the one that does the weather.
The weather girl that does the weather?
I can't remember.
No. Well, that's the thing. I find that when I'm listening to Caroline's show, I'm not really listening.
No.
It doesn't really go in.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's all a bit... She's a lovely lady, a very lovely lady, but it just washes over me.
So when you're coming back on the evening show, in her show...
It could be sooner than we think, Joanne. We just don't know. It could be sooner than we think. Of course I love Caroline. I'm being slightly obnoxious there. I do think our show's very good. But when she defends nonsense, like Strictly Come Dancing on Ice, I can't even remember what it's called. That's how bad it was as a programme. A Caroline show is good fun. I do enjoy it. I'm being a little bit fatuous there. But when she defends such awful, awful television shows, she needs to be brought down a peg or two. She must have been steaming when she said that, surely. 0870 9090973. The reason we're talking about Strictly Come Dancing on Ice, and that's what I'll call it until someone can tell me the proper title, is we are asking, what have you learnt this weekend? Have a think about what you didn't know Friday and what you do know now. What I've learnt is we can make free telephone calls using a games console plugged into the internet. It's as boring and as simple as that. I need never phone my friend Agent Chris again. We don't phone each other anyway. Or my friend Colin. Don't need to. We just go online and talk on there. I've also learnt that there is a show worse than Soapstar Superstar. It's that awful thing with the minor celebrities on ice. Just atrocious. Atrocious. 0870 9090973. What have you learnt this weekend? And corner shops. We're going to get rid of them. I'll tell you why. They are overpriced. The staff in there are rude. The food, it's not that good quality generally. And the supermarkets are so much more convenient. And people say, oh, but I can't get to the big supermarket. They're popping up everywhere. My garage is now a Sainsbury's, for God's sakes. It's over the road. I can't go wrong. And if you go in there at about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening, they've reduced all the food. 10 donuts, 10 pence. I'll have some of that. 08709090973. If you can defend the corner shop, but I bet that anybody that phones in to defend it is an old, boring woman. Is that you? You can email as well, iain, IAIN, at lbc.co.uk. But now it's time to get the latest LBC travel news with the excellent Alan Joyce.
Thanks, Ian. M25 now queuing up anti-clockwise.
Who's off to hospital. And Marcella, yes, we'll be playing your MP3 on the show today. We'll mention that a little bit later on. Debbie is in the bandstand. Hello, Debbie.
Hello.
Oh, hello there, Debbie.
Hello, you really upset me.
Debbie...
No, don't get rid of the corner shop.
Is Debbie short for Deborah?
Yes, it is.
I thought so, I was just checking. Why not? Why do you want to defend the corner shop, Debbie, when they're overpriced and full of rude staff?
OK, well, one thing is, whenever you go to a large supermarket, you always forget to get a few things, and that corner shop always has those few things that you forget.
Yeah, at about 3 times the cost.
OK, but that doesn't matter. It's just 2 or 3 things.
It may not matter to you, Debbie, if you're a multi-millionaire, but to someone like me, counting the pennies, it matters a lot.
You can, yeah, but you do most of your shopping in a large supermarket. The corner shops are only there to support the bigger shops, and we need to keep them there because they are so handy, just to be able to walk and to see a friendly face. Half the people.
Where's the friendly face, Debbie, in the corner shop?
Because they are in our corner shops. They are so friendly, Ian. They are good business.
Oh, do they do the thing when you're standing there waiting for your change and they're talking away on the phone and they give you the change without even looking at you? They don't do that in Tesco or Asda or Waitrose.
Oh, what? No, they do. And also in Tesco and Asda, if you ask someone where something is, they don't always know where it is.
No, you're wrong.
The shops.
You're wrong. Every time I've been to a big supermarket, I used to work in a big supermarket, and the policy is that they take you to where that thing is. And every time I've asked, they take me.
Yeah, but they always look so hassled and busy having to stock the shelves and you ask them and you end up feeling guilty.
No, that's
in our corner shops, they are so friendly, they are so helpful, Ian. They go out of their way to go and get something.
Because they're making about 25 quid a tin of beans.
But it doesn't matter, they're nice to me, they're friendly, they get the things that I need, and often they have sub-post offices as well, and they're closing, and if you shut all these corner shops, you're going to close all those post
Well, OK, no, Debbie, we'll sort that out. Let's close the corner shops and make them post offices then. For goodness sakes.
You still won't get your bread, milk and other little things that you might need to go up. I totally disagree with you. We've got 2 lovely shops near us.
I would never, ever buy bread from a corner shop because I like my bread to last more than 3 hours.
Ours are fresh croissants on a Saturday morning from the bakers. You can.
That they get from Tesco's themselves.
They don't.
Debbie, the only reason
from the bakers, you can't get a big cottage loaf and fresh things from the. No, they get them from the bakers. Really.
Debbie, the only reason you go there to the corner shop is so you can buy a bottle of gin without anyone noticing. I've got you sus, Deborah. Using the abbreviation Debbie so that no one knows who you are. We know who you are. Busted. We're getting rid of corner shops because they're rubbish. They are Oh, no, man, you can't do that because they're like part of the community and stuff. Yeah, a community I don't want to be involved in. Also, we are asking what things have you learnt this weekend. Cheryl is in the Ware.
Hello.
Hello, Cheryl.
I'm in Ware. It's not called the Ware, but I suppose it could be the Ware, but it's Ware, W-A-R-E.
OK, the Ware, yes.
I'm defending... Well, I work in a pet shop.
Yes.
Which happens to be on the corner.
Do you have kittens in the window?
No.
Oh.
Only stuffed ones.
Oh.
Toy ones.
Oh, toy ones, not ones that you've stuffed and mounted.
They sell hamsters, but it's like pet supplies.
They're
that's
just
on
like
the
rats.
corner. Now, there's nowhere else. Some things may be a bit dear that you can get in the supermarket.
Right, what?
But we supply a personal service. We talk to the children, the adults. We're kind to the old age pensioners. You get the oldies bringing their stamps
stuff
in.
them.
Pardon?
I said, but you're just it's a pet shop, is it?
Yeah, but I did ask, is a pet shop counts a corner shop? I mean, because it is, and it supplies, but it's a little shop.
We can. Do you know what, I'm going to let you keep the pet shop. I'm not saying get rid of. Well, I'm saying when I use the term corner shop, I mean the kind of vague grocers. They sell tins of beans. If you're selling dodgy guinea pigs and stuffed dead animals, that's fine, Cheryl. We applaud that.
Well. Yeah, see, I did ring and say, does it count? And they said yes.
Do you know why? It's because you spoke to Agent Chris, and he's an idiot.
But defending us as well, and
Yes.
I mean, there are some shops
Yes.
that really are ropey.
Oh, I tell you what we can do. Let's actually, you're right. Let's close down the small pet shops as well because they're cruel and inhumane. And let's all go to the big pet supermarkets on the trading estate.
Oh, those that haven't a clue which way is up and can't advise on...
They are very, very good in those shops because they have a little section for rabbits, they have a section for dogs, and they sell excellent cat food and cat toys. So yes, no, Cheryl, you're right, you reminded me. Let us get rid of the small pet shop. Definitely.
But they haven't a clue on the products. We greet people when they come in.
I don't want to be greeted. I want to walk into a shop and have no one talk to me unless I ask them to.
Oh, no.
Yes.
You got out of bed the wrong side today.
No, Cheryl. Listen, most people, when they walk into a shop, they don't want to be spoken to. They want to go and find the things they want. If they can't find them, they want to ask for help, but they don't want to be approached by anyone.
They ask for help and they don't get it, and that's what the corner shop provides.
Cheryl, where don't they get help?
If you ask someone in a big store...
Yes, they help
go,
you.
Oh, it's down there.
No,
and some of the time, they tell you the product's not there. And if then you go and look and search further yourself, disbelieving them, 9 times out of 10 it's there, but you found it yourself. And they go,
where did you get those statistics
from? I didn't know it was back.
Where did you get those statistics from? From up your bum. Because...
It's a store with 5 letters beginning with T.
Trago Mills. No, that's fine.
Down in Cornwall.
No, listen, every time I go to Tesco... you're aware of the Trago Mills?
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, man, have you?
Lovely, down in Cornwall.
It has... Trago Mills, very quickly, there was a television series called The Big Shop, which was about these shops in Devon and Cornwall called Trago Mills. And it's... I can't describe it. It's a weird place, and it's got lots of statues, hasn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant. It really, but it takes ages. But my best buy from there...
Yes.
...was an oak toilet seat for $1.99.
Well, that sums you up completely, Cheryl. That sums you up completely. I can't believe we're talking about Trago Mills all of a sudden. Only 3 people listening. I can't even explain what Trago Mills is. I could tell you some funny stories about them. I didn't one of them burn down recently, I think. I don't know. But look, I'm going to disagree. And specifically the Tesco, but I know in all of these supermarkets, the policy is if someone asks you where it is, they've got to take you there. They take you there. And they've always done it for me. Always done it for me. As I said before, the only people that would call in and defend the corner shop, boring old women. Been proved twice. Jason is in the Rains Park. Hello, Jason.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jason.
Corner shops.
Rubbish, aren't they?
Absolutely useless.
You know it makes sense, my friend.
They sell things like the ham that's the funny shape in the tin that you only get in hampers.
The ham that is the funny shape in the tin. I know exactly what you mean, yes.
And if you ask for a carrier bag, oh, crikey, it's like you asked if she's lost her virginity or something.
What? And I did ask that once in a shop. Boy, did I get in trouble.
Yeah.
But that's it. And the thing that they're on the telephone, but they never say please or thank you. And yes, in the big supermarkets, they talk a little bit too much on the till for me. But I can put up with that because it's so cheap.
Yeah, that's it. And you always know the milk's going to be in date, not yoghurt.
Yes, I've done that. You buy milk in the corner shop, you take it home. Jason, what we're struggling slightly here. What should we replace the corner shop with? What should we put there in its place?
Big photographs of Ian Lee working.
You're a pervert. Photographs of me working? Where the hell are you going to get those from?
Your website, probably.
Oh, no, I doubt it. Hey, listen, do you remember... you sound like a very old man. Do you remember... when you were young, many years ago, and you'd go into London, and they'd have, like, sex shops, and it would say sex, XXX, and it'd all be blacked up windows.
There's one in Wandsworth. It's the oldest one in London.
But now... really? Well, there you go. Let's hope they've changed some of the equipment there. But nowadays, I go back to Slough High Street, they've got an Ann Summers on the High Street.
Well, they're in Asda now, aren't they?
Well, is that true that they're selling mucky stuff like that in the Asda?
Yeah, well, they said it's because people are asking for it. Now, when was the last time you see somebody at the customer services in Asda going, have you got one of those things?
Yeah, and bless your use of the vagaries of one of those things. It's weird. In the old days, I remember coming to town when I was about 8 or 9, one of my first trips to London, my mum and dad, and there was blacked out windows, and it just said XXX, I think it said on the top. I said, Mum, what's in that shop? I remember my parents laughing in the way that makes 8-year-olds slightly embarrassed, because they know it makes something to do with sex, but they don't quite know what sex is. But nowadays you've got Ann Summers everywhere, and we salute that. Boy, do we salute that. Topal's in the broccoli. Hello, Topal.
Hiya. Yeah.
Hello, Topal, how are you, my friend?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Let's get rid of corner shops.
By the way.
Huh?
First time caller.
Hey, listen, I'm glad to have you on board, sir. Let's get rid of corner shops, shall we?
Yes. Tell me.
What?
What was you saying?
I was saying, let's get rid of the corner shop, shall we?
Oh, right. I'm disagreeing with that.
Well, you just said yes. You just agreed with me.
Oh, no. I wasn't concentrating. Really.
You're right. Why make a first-time call and then concentrate? So you're saying we should keep the corner shop?
Well, absolutely. At least our one, because all the ones that you're talking about, all the shops, not doing, we do them.
So you charge extortionate rates?
I'm sorry?
I say, you charge extortionate rates.
Very good prices, very good offers, much better offers than Sainsbury's.
No, you can't. Topple, your shop could never match the offers in Sainsbury's.
Well, we're running 2 at the moment. We're running, we're with Londis.
Yes.
And we're running all their promotions, as well as...
Oh, wow.
Many corner shops don't do.
Yes.
It's today's offers. So
Topple, listen, stay there. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, you've got 30 seconds to tell me your very, very best offers.
Your chance to win to Friday.
Topple, in the broccoli, you've got 30 seconds to tell us your shop's best offers.
I can't remember it offhand. I'm not in the shop at
You see, there you go, you see. If you worked in Tesco, Topple, they'd remember it.
Well, I can tell you the price of the milk, 65p.
Oh, that's very, very expensive milk. What's that, for a pint?
No, you must be joking. That's a 4-pinter.
Yeah, but is it still fresh, Topple?
Every morning, nice and fresh.
I don't quite like the implication that comes with that statement. We're closing the corner shop, and what have you learnt this weekend? Very, very, very rude on the telephone to my good friend Adrian Crisp. They called up Sean, who I believe is in the Norwood. He's got a triangle by his name. He called up. He had a go at Agent Chris, and Agent Chris said, "Well, what would you like to say to Ian? Why would I want to talk to that idiot?" And then he's hung up. Sean in the Norwood, if you're listening, have some cojones, my friend. Cojones! And call up and come on the air. Don't ever go at Agent Crisp. He's on minimum wage, for God's sakes. If anyone else is nasty to you, Chris, I want to talk to them. Put them through, because I'm not having that. That's unfair. It's only me that can be nasty to you. Oh, dear, that's got me right proper angry, that has. What we're doing today... We're doing 2 things, and we seem to have been swamped by old women defending the corner shop, and it is old women that have defended the corner shop. Boring old women. We'll come back to that in a minute. I do want to know what things... And you've got to think hard about this, because maybe you think you gained nothing from this weekend. What things have you learnt this weekend? Think now, it's Monday. It's 3:30. I've done almost a time check, except the time's a little bit wrong there. What do you know now that you didn't know on Friday? What little bit of information? It could be something massive, it could be something trivial, whatever. 0870 9090 973. Share it with London. Tell me, what have you learnt over this weekend? Agent Chris and I have learnt we can talk for free on the internet using our Xbox 360s. Oh, man alive, we had some fun. We bullied this guy called Kevin. We're bullying an American kid called Kevin. He was about 12, and we were just laughing at him because he was called Kevin. Anyway, that's by the by. Perfectly fine name. I've also learnt that there is a television show that is worse than Soapstar Superstar. It is that awful ice skating nonsense on ice with just a... If anyone can phone up and tell me that they enjoyed... It got 11 million viewers, for God's sakes. It was awful. It won't get 11 million viewers next week, I can guarantee that. It'll get like 6 million. 0870 9090 973. What have you learnt this weekend? And also, we're getting rid of the corner shop. I hate... You get these nonsensical arguments. Oh, it's an integral part of the community. It's part of our history that we should keep these. The big supermarkets are just corporations. No, but they are corporations. Everything's much cheaper there. It's cleaner. It's fresher. It's staffed by people who know what they're talking about and have an interest in it. Corner shops are small. How many security cameras do they need in a shop that's 12 foot by 6 foot? Always got and at the end of the aisle, they got on those big bendy mirrors. Do you remember, what the hell are those big bendy mirrors from? 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. Can you defend the corner shop? I bet anybody, the people we've had phoning in defending the corner shops, have been boring old women. Dorothy's in the Kingston upon Thames.
Yes, it's one of those boring old women.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Are you very old, Ian?
I'm getting there. I'm 32.
Have you got a mother?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes.
Well, all I hope for your sake is that she lives to be about 84.
Oh, don't wish that on her.
I'm jolly thankful
to
be able to walk to the grocer's shop opposite. Why very much indeed.
She's going to hang up. She's going to hang up. Are you going to hang up, Dorothy?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, well, I don't quite know why you're being so obnoxious. Now, the thing is... she doesn't want to go to the corner shop because she likes to count her pennies and save money. So I take her to the big Tesco every week.
Is she able to walk?
No.
I mean, there are loads of us, thousands of us, who are unable to walk to Tesco or Asda.
Well, that's tough. If you close down the corner shop, then maybe Tesco will open up a small Tesco there.
Yes, but why should they?
Well, why shouldn't they?
Why shouldn't we keep the one that we've had for years?
Dorothy, are you listening to anything I'm saying?
To what you're saying.
You're not, because you're talking over me.
No, I'm not.
Well, you were just then. Thank you. OK, listen, this is why we should get rid of the corner shop. Because they are incredibly expensive. The staff in there are rude. The staff don't say please or thank you. They're always talking on the telephone when you go in there, which I think is very, very naughty. They're suspicious of younger people, thinking that all young people are going to be stealing, which is not fair. Their food goes out of date very, very quickly. They have brands that I've never heard of. And I don't know when I go in there, I don't know who's working there and who's a customer, because they don't wear uniforms. It's just a simple matter of respect, Dorothy. Over to you.
Sometimes they're family shops that have been there for years.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I just hope that your mother does live and that she is able to walk to Asda
I hope,
Tesco.
Dorothy, Dorothy, don't hang up, don't hang up, don't hang up. Dorothy.
Yes?
Supposing my mother couldn't walk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't walk very far.
Nor can Dorothy. My mum can't walk at all. Well, now what's your point?
Well, how does she manage to get to the shops?
She doesn't. Do you really need to know this? I take her shopping every week.
Well, you're very fortunate, aren't you?
Well, she is, yes.
She is very fortunate, yes.
Dorothy, you're a bitter, nosy old woman, I think. I don't think I like you. I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off. Well, you are. I'm going to cut you off because I don't want to talk to you. You're a nasty old woman. 0870 9090 973. See? Well, I don't like it. Richard's in the Ilford. Hello, Richard.
Hello there, I'm not a boring old woman, I might be a boring old man.
Well, that's good in my book. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I don't think the corner shop possibly may ever disappear entirely. I think it's been taken over anyway. I think the small garages take the place of the corner shop.
Yes.
The only reason they will disappear is because of what's already been said a few years ago.
What?
Is that they're not that economically viable.
Yes.
The people in there are... If they get old, the other family won't take it over.
Right.
So they're just going to keep bouncing and bouncing.
But the reason they're not economically viable is because the food in there is really expensive and the supermarkets are much better run.
Well, I agree, but they'll have to solve that problem themselves, won't they?
Yes. I'm not sure what the point is you're making, Richard.
Well, I'm saying that they won't necessarily disappear.
Well, they will.
Well, so will the West End of London, so will John Lewis at the present moment.
Right. Richard, you're rambling a little bit.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, that's the point. The big stores can go just as easy as the small stores.
Yes.
So,
but the big stores are better, I think, aren't they?
Well, I think they are slightly better in the way they deal with things. They're not. John Lewis is very expensive. Hello?
What?
Sorry, we had some bleed through.
Some what? We had some what? Sorry, hello?
I say the big stores are just far too expensive, family.
Hello?
I don't know what's happening. You got bleed through.
Bleed through?
Yeah.
I think I've got their second album somewhere.
Oh.
Hello?
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 Hello? I think we got bleed through.
Yes, I think you have.
From where?
I've no idea. It's not coming from my side.
Hello?
Hello?
I think we've lost Richard.
No, you haven't. I'm still here.
I think we've lost Richard. Hello?
Hello?
Is Richard still there?
Yes,
Richard?
I am.
I can't. Is anyone hearing Richard? Because I can't hear Richard. I don't know if Richard's gone or not.
No, I haven't gone. I can hear you.
Should we wait, see if Richard it comes back? Hello, Richard?
Yes. I think you're switching in, so you're drowning me out, but there you go.
I think we're getting bleed through from Richard. David, can you hear Richard?
I can hear everything, yes.
I can't hear Richard. Can you... David, sorry, could you talk... If you can hear Richard...
can't hear him at the moment, no.
No, I've stopped speaking.
Oh, you stopped speaking, all right. Hi there.
Hi there.
Yeah, I think, we're getting some bleed through from a radio station.
I think you are, yes.
David, can you genuinely hear Richard? Because I can't hear him.
Do you really want me to answer genuinely, or...
Yes, please.
Play along with you?
I can't hear. Could you tell me what Richard is saying? Richard, Richard, if you're still there, I don't know if you're still there, Richard, but make your point to David. Yeah. He'll tell me what you're saying if you can hear me.
Well, hello, David.
Hello there, Richard.
Yeah, sorry, just getting pleased for something's breaking through.
Yeah. I think he's trying to wind you up a bit, actually.
I think he probably
What's Richard saying, David?
Richard's thinking that you might be winding him up a bit.
Well, I heard you say that. I don't think you can hear...
I suggested it to him.
I don't think you can hear Richard. You're like the Derek Acora. You can't really talk to these people.
If he doesn't want to continue the conversation, fine.
He said if you'd like to continue the conversation...
I would love to continue the conversation. I don't quite understand what Richard's point was about John Lewis.
I think he's saying that the trade was down in Oxford Street.
Well, no, the trade is down. John Lewis, he couldn't understand that I said that as it's going, John Lewis will close up because the way business is done.
Because the way business is going, yeah.
Yeah.
What's he... Well, David, sorry, what was the point he was making?
I think he's saying the way business is going, John Lewis might well close down as well.
It might well do. But John Lewis will never close down. We love John Lewis.
That doesn't make sense, whether you like it or not. The shareholders might not like the amount of money they're earning on it, and they may say bye-bye.
I'm assuming that silence was him saying something, David.
The shareholders might not like the business, and then they might...
But what's that going to... Ask him, what's that going to do with the corner shop? Tell Richard we should get rid of the corner shop.
No, we shouldn't get rid of the corner shop.
No, we shouldn't.
It'll either self-destruct or it won't.
Either self-destruct or it won't.
What do you mean self-destruct? Tell him he's talking out of his bum.
Oh, he can hear you, can't he? Richard can hear you, but you can't...
Well, am I talking out of my bum?
Is he talking... Is he talking out of his bum, Richard, that is?
Well, if he's genuinely... And I hope you're not putting words in his mouth, David, because I can't hear what's going on. If he's saying the corner shop will self-destruct...
I'm not sure whether he said the corner shop or John Lewis.
Well, the corner shop could self-destruct, yes. It just depends on what happens.
Yeah, well, can I just add a few points here?
Yes.
I think the reason the corner shops are more expensive is because bleed through again.
We're getting bleed through again, are we? I don't know what's going on. This is all very... I don't know what's happening.
As long as you don't have to pay royalties on it, you're not paying enough of it, are you?
No.
That's so good.
No.
The corner shops' prices are higher because they can't get the discounts because they don't have the huge bulk ordering capability, which is one reason why the food's more expensive.
Yeah, correct.
And I think they're worried about crowds of hoodies that go into these shops.
Oh, we like hoodies, though.
Steam through and try and distract the governor, the owner, while they help themselves.
But they're still there, aren't they?
That's why they're suspicious. And Richard said they're still there.
Who are you talking?
Hanging on by their fingertips.
What is going? Is Richard still there? Have we lost Richard?
No, he's still there. He's still hanging on with his fingertips. No, the shops are hanging on with their fingertips. Sorry, the corner shops. That is.
I'm very, very confused.
It doesn't take much to confuse him.
It doesn't take much to... It doesn't take much to do what, Richard?
To confuse the other gentleman, whoever he is. What's his name?
Who's that chap? Who's the bloke's run the programme? What's his name? Lee, someone Lee.
That's it. Doesn't take a lot to confuse him.
No, you're right. Anyway...
David, what is he saying?
He said it doesn't take much to confuse you.
Shut up, David. You calling me an idiot, David?
No, he was.
Can Richard hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can hear you, but you can't hear him. He could be saying horrible things.
Well, I don't know if he is or if you're saying them. What do you mean, Richard? If you can hear me, what do you mean it doesn't take much to confuse me? That's very rude.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Oh, I'm only translating for one side. Sorry. Oh.
Well.
Anyway, I learnt something quite interesting over the weekend.
Okay, what did you learn over the weekend?
Well, I don't know if you probably had seen the news, this comet chasing satellite.
Yeah, it was very clever.
And they got this amazing stuff inside it called aerogel, which I'd love to get hold of.
You're boring me now.
No, this is great. No, and they've actually captured particles from this comet, which they've landed back on Earth. And the amazing thing is...
You're boring me now.
Now listen, the particles are only 1/10 of the diameter of a human hair, and they're going to examine them.
Yeah.
Now that's amazing.
You're boring me
really.
now.
I mean, travel for 7 years to get a particle that's smaller than a human
they're looking
hair.
back into time, aren't they?
You're boring me now. 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 You're boring me now.
What about? Did you see the final of the American Superstar thing?
You're boring me now. 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 You're boring me now.
Time to get the latest LBC 97.3 travel news with Alan Joyce.
Just had a couple of calls in on the gem line from Eric.
Dear me. 08709090973. What have you learnt this weekend? We've had an email from the boss. I suppose I ought to read that out, otherwise we'll get in very serious trouble. Ian, I've learned that those under 25 use their thumbs to press doorbells. Do they? Whereas over 25 use their forefingers. Owing to the fact that under 25 have been brought up on PlayStations and use their thumbs for more things. Really? I use my own. Interesting. Sook is in the house. Hello, Sook.
How you doing?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Very well, yourself?
Yeah, it's kind of going all right. I hope we don't get any more bleed through, but fingers crossed we won't. What can I do for you, sir?
First of all, I saw you on TV on Friday night. You on TV, weren't you? On the comedians, Britain's top comedian.
Not me, no.
No, you weren't?
No, it wasn't me.
You sure?
Yep, definitely.
It was you?
It wasn't me.
I know it was. On Channel 5, on such a bad channel as well.
It wasn't me.
And you weren't funny then. Anyway, that corner shop.
What? You know I'm going to cut you off now.
Why?
No, I'm not going on.
Just like you did to the old lady.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, I did that old lady, actually, yeah, to be honest. I can't be bothered. Don't come on here a bit all arsey with me. Oh, wait, I'm not having that. 08709090973 is the telephone number. Yes, she was very rude to me. Thank you, Helen behind the glass, sticking up for me as you chomp on a lovely sandwich there. Ian, when I was young, the man in the corner shop told my dad I was starting fires in the garages down the road when I wasn't, just because I kept taking back my Commodore 64 tape games because they didn't work. Boy, did I get a hiding. Close down all corner shops. It's a good read. Ian, you can't replace corner shops with big hypermarkets. They won't fit on the corner. Corner shops are wicked, says Luis. Lewis in the Feltham. Without the corner shop, where would we buy beer and Rizzler during the day? You get funny looks in Tesco. Don't be ashamed of buying your beer and Rizzler. Never be ashamed of that. Lucy says, Ian, corner shops are by far the worst shops in the world. They sell copy brands of food. That's it. The food tastes rank. The bread goes mouldy quicker. The milk goes sour quicker. The service is rubbish. They overprice. What more do you want? Vicky's in the Croydon. Hello, Vicky.
Hello. So why did you must have heard me telling my children off just then.
No, I didn't. The microphone was down. Phone was down.
All right.
But I'll tell you, Ian, I've got an email here. Listen to this. This is from Adam Law. What a great name. I'm Adam Law. I'm a detective and ladies love me. Ian, I thought I'd let you know I was flicking through the Sky channels. I came to Quizmania. The next caller was our very own Chavvy Vicky from Croydon.
I was not.
Well, Adam Law says it was. And so if you're called Adam Law, you don't lie.
Oh, well, Adam is breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law. So, shut up!
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Be quiet. Sorry.
What did you win on Quizmania?
I didn't win anything. It wasn't me.
What is Quizmania?
I have no idea. Ask Adam Law.
Breaking
the law. I love that. Ask Adam Law. Sorry. Oh, please go away. Go in your bedroom.
That's right. That's how you bring up. This is how you bring up children. This, listener, is a masterclass in how to bring up chavvy children. Go to your bedroom and have a fag.
Play PlayStation, have a fag and drink cider.
Play smoking drunks. Play tramps. Go and play tramps. Vicky, you've called in for a reason. You're a boring old woman. It must be to defend the corner shop, is it?
No, you know I'm not a boring old woman, and I am here to defend the corner shop.
Pourquoi?
On Saturday...
Yes.
Well, on Saturday, I went to the corner shop and I was going to buy a magazine.
Yes?
Yeah.
What magazine was it? Heat magazine?
No.
Oh.
Cosmopolitan.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, so when...
Cosmo. We call it Cosmo because it's shorter.
Yeah, well, whatever.
It's 3 syllables shorter.
Cosmo.
So
I went to buy Cosmo.
Yes.
Because that sounds very pretentious.
Yes.
And, they get... I didn't want to pay for it.
Why would you want to pay for something? Oh,
well, you know.
Awful woman.
Got some handy tips in there.
Awful woman.
But, so anyway, I didn't want to, so they gave it to me.
Sorry, hang on, what? They gave you Cosmo's about $1.95, isn't it?
And it had something free with it.
No, this is very... Well, I don't care about that. Well, I do, actually. What did they have free with it?
I can't remember, but it had something free with
it. Probably like a bag or a shoe.
Yeah, it's always bags or shoes or a T-shirt, isn't it?
Yeah. So, they gave you free... Well, why did they give you I don't understand. You're not making sense.
Because they love me. Oh, by the way, talking of love,
Yes.
Warren Sense Love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, he asked me to say it, so I did.
Okie dokie, that's very nice of you to pass on. You do not have to pass on any messages from Warren.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. Vicky, have you learnt anything this weekend? Do you know something now that you didn't know on Friday?
I learned that there's very deep levels of boredom.
I didn't put any sugar in them.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
You don't have sugar in your tea, do you?
No, I did actually have a sugar and a half.
Well, why didn't she put any in then?
Hang on.
Oh, that's a poor man's slurp. That's a poor man's slurp.
Yeah, that wasn't.
So, how come you were so bored?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was on my own, and I couldn't. I wanted to go and buy Animal Crossing, and I couldn't get it. Animal Crossing.
What the hell is that?
It's a GameCube game.
And what happens in Animal Crossing?
Oh God! Now my other phone's ringing.
Oh, no, serious?
Yeah, you answer my mobile. It's like a platform game. I've really lost my train of thought
Chris,
now.
I've got no idea what's going on. I seem to have lost control of the last half an hour, Chris.
Oh, just... sorry.
Shrug your shoulders at me, you fool. Agent Chris and I spent the weekend playing computer games against each other without being in the same building. Cool, huh? Yeah, you go and look after your kids. For goodness sakes. What? We've got another 2.5 hours of this rubbish. John's in the Surrey.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, John. What can I do for you?
I'm not an old woman and I'm defending corner shops.
Yeah, well, you sound like an old man. Go on.
Yeah, and I'm not, thank you.
Okay, you sound like it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it was a heavy weekend party.
Good boy!
Absolutely.
What party were you at?
My mate owns a nightclub in Southend, so we were partying there quite hard.
That'll do. My mate... That's going to impress the ladies. Oh, yeah, my mate owns a nightclub in Southend.
Yeah, it works for me.
Oh, I bet it does. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you're in there drinking and boozing and smoking?
Yeah, we were doing all of that, yeah.
Good boy. John, defend the corner shop if you dare.
Right, okay. First one, fresh produce. Ex-girl who used to work in one of the big supermarkets on the fresh produce, and they used to cut the mould off the cheese in the morning before they put it out.
No, they didn't. That's a myth. That never happens.
It's true.
That doesn't happen.
Does happen.
It doesn't happen.
That's the first one.
Okay, now make the second one that's true.
Right, okay. It was true. But anyway, second one.
You made it up. Okay.
You're at home, a young lady comes round, you think,
hang on, these are all about ladies. What?
Well, listen, she wants a glass of rosé wine or a bottle of white or whatever.
Yeah.
You think, now do you want to get in the car, drive 20 minutes down to Tesco's, or do you zip across the road, bang, into the corner shop, bottle of wine, you've paid 50p more for it, you're sat there, you're drinking it, job done.
Okay, the problem is, I suspect you've paid more than 50 pence more for it, and John, a gentleman will always have bottles of wine ready to go in case a lady pops round.
Absolutely, but they always pick something, they always want it like with pineapple juice or something stupid like that.
Yeah, wine with pineapple juice.
Not wine, Malibu and pineapple, you've got Coke.
The classy ladies you're banging on about, John. 087, banging on perhaps is the wrong phrase to have used there, I didn't mean it in that context. 08709090973. We're closing the corner shop. No one has given us a decent argument, and what did you learn this weekend?
Change. I've had enough of it. One day this...
Sheila's in the Cockfosters. Hello, Sheila. Hello, my love. How are you? All right. Oh, dear. Oh, you having a cough?
Well, cough and a laugh at the same time.
A cough and a laugh. Isn't that what Keith Moon died of?
Was it? Oh, don't.
I think it was either him or Mama Cass.
Oh, don't.
No, don't.
I've heard nothing else but bad news this weekend, and it's just about got on my nerves.
What can I do to cheer you up?
So that's why I'm phoning
Do you want to hear... Would a little bit of music cheer you up?
No.
Oh.
Just talking to you I like doing.
Oh, OK. You don't want any music or anything?
Not really, no.
Oh, OK, fine. Interesting.
Well...
How about the theme tune to The Professionals?
No, thank you.
OK,
the tango.
How about the theme tune to Magnum P.I.?
No, I only like the tango or the cha-cha-cha.
Oh, we've got that. Hang on, we've got that. Here we go. Oh, let me click on it. We haven't got that brown sauce song. Did we get that? No? OK. You like the tango or the cha-cha-cha?
Anything Latin American.
Well, this, Sheila, is for you. You liking it?
Oh, nice.
Would I?
What did you say?
It's cheered me up already.
Well, then, let's cheer you up a little bit more.
Would I? Oh, would I?
Bit more?
No, that's nice. I'm raring to go.
There we go. Then bring it on, Sheila. I brought a smile to your face and a cough and a laugh.
Listen.
Yes.
I
hate having to be in a position
what?
to buy anything in my corner shop.
I wonder where that sentence was going. Wow! Jeez. Okay, so why is this, Sheila?
Well, look, I buy a big shop every week, but if I run out of something, it really annoys me, because I know if I'm going to go to the corner shop, everything is going to be much more expensive.
Very, very expensive.
They're ridiculous, and they don't even talk to you nicely.
No, they don't. They don't. That's if they talk to you at all. And yes, there are one or two exceptions, but not enough exceptions for us to keep them.
Not around here. We've got about four shops like that round here in the Cockfosters Road.
It's posh round Cockfosters.
Well, yeah, but not these.
I used to go out with a girl who worked in the Blockbuster Video in Cockfosters.
Oh, you know her?
Well, no, well, hang on. This was about 10 years ago, so I'm doubting it would be very sad if it were the same girl.
I shouldn't think so.
I shouldn't think so.
We live dead opposite there.
Oh, I used to go in there and meet this boring girl and go out with her for about 2 weeks. House? Have you lived there for a long time?
7 years. We used to live up the road in Southgate.
Oh, no, I used to live in Southgate in Grange Gardens.
I lived in, Hampton Square.
Yes.
The Woodlands.
Yes.
That's where I live.
I was there because I used to go to college up in Oakwood, so I lived in Southgate for a year. Oh, no!
What a small world!
What a small world! We may have walked past each other and had a little wave.
Yeah,
we may have had a moment. I could have walked past you and fallen in love with you.
Yeah, you could have done.
But
dear, you're very good looking as well.
And you sound like a beautiful, beautiful woman. Listen, we've got to go, Sheila, because it's coming up to the news. 0870 9090 973. We're getting rid of corner shops, keeping the supermarkets. What have you learnt this weekend? And I've got to ask you, have you ever done a runner from anywhere? 0870 9090 973. Email iain@lbc.co.uk. So there you go, Mrs. E, who sent in a stroppy text. Mrs. E. You know she's a pompous old woman. I'll read this out. I'm not really doing text, so I don't really like them, but let's have a listen. To the senior management of LBC, why on earth do you keep on Iain Lee on 97.3 FM? His rudeness to and about old people makes dedicated listeners switch over to other less puerile stations. Puerile spelt wrong. Sack him! When David was the afternoon presenter, LBC was a delight. It is now profoundly boring in capital letters because she's shouting. Shame on your poor choice of presenters, says Mrs. E. And then James in Dorkings, the very next text. Iain, and I don't normally read these ones out. Iain, I didn't know what to make of you at first, but you're very close to genius. Keep up the good work, you're excellent. There you go, you see. I'm talking to James, not to Mrs. E. Mrs. E, we're glad to have lost you. What are we talking about? I'm feeling a little bit arsey today, and that's the second time I've used that word. I don't really like that word, but I am a little bit. Kind of a stressful weekend. It's all coming out, and I apologise for that. No, I don't apologise at all. Hey, what have you learnt this weekend? Another thing I've learnt, actually. You can be charged a lot of money if you've got to have a hire car for 2 weeks, and then someone's put a little dent in it without you noticing. It can cost you £100. I've also learnt that if you leave your car for 2 weeks in a garage, doesn't mean they're necessarily going to even touch it in those 2 weeks. I went round to the garage to get my car to see what happened to my car. But I went, oh yeah, we've looked at it. It's fine. I said, well, go and start it up. Show me it's fine. The car hadn't been moved. The radio was on LBC very, very loud. In garages, they don't do that. They put it on Kiss. They hadn't even looked at the car. They said, oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. So I drove it away, and it broke down again today. Thanks very much for that. Anyway, we're closing the corner shop. You know that. We're also asking, what did you learn this weekend? Agent Chris and I have learnt we can talk to each other for free over the Xbox 360 Live, doing that. A lot better than phone calls. I've learnt that ITV have made a show worse than Soapstar Superstar. It's Strictly Come Dancing on Ice. What have you learnt? What do you know now that you didn't know on Friday? 0870 9090 973. And also, have you ever done a runner from an establishment and not paid the bill? It's naughty, it's bad, but we're kind of... Although, of course, we're not condoning breaking of the law at all. I kind of wish I had the gall to do this kind of thing. Agent Chris and I went for dinner recently. About Christmas time, actually. It was a while ago. That Italian restaurant we went to, and it was a bit rubbish, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was a little bit rubbish. They didn't want us there because we didn't have a starter and we weren't having wine. But it was empty, you know. They had pictures of Brian May all over the wall in the restaurant with the fella, the head guy. And the food was really plain and not very nice. And I said to Chris, should we do a runner? And we didn't in the end, but for a while we were toying with the idea of just bombing it. But we didn't leave a tip. Although we did pretend to leave a tip. We paid, and we did the thing, they did this, like, the sort of book thing where the bill is in, and we pretended that we were getting money out and putting it to leave a tip, and then we ran from that, and we ran giggling like 12-year-olds. But we didn't have the guts to run away. Have you ever done a runner from a restaurant? Did you scarper out of a hotel? Did you drive off from a garage forecourt? Agent Chris was telling me that he, when he started learning to drive, after about 2 months, he was driving on his own, and he filled up with petrol and drove off because he was used to his mum paying for the petrol. She wasn't with him. Was it a genuine mistake, or did you do it as a protest? 0870 9090 973. Eric in the Croydon. Eric, have you ever done a runner?
Yeah, I have, Ian. I've from the Oxo Tower.
Oh, the swanky restaurant that's there? Oh, it's nice there.
Well, I don't know, it wasn't that nice. I didn't think it was that nice.
It's very, very expensive for what you get, yeah.
I mean, what it was me and then my girlfriend. We went out on her birthday.
Yeah.
So I was having a birthday meal there, and the meal was so-so, and but I was ever so busy, and eventually, at the end of the meal, once I tried to get their attention to get the bill, finally got it, and no one would come back to take the money.
Excuse me, I just sneezed, Eric.
No, that's all right. So no one came back to take the money, so I said, right, I'm going to start counting down from 50. If I get to 0, I'm walking out.
So how long had you been waiting before you started counting down to 50?
I must have been waiting a good 5 minutes.
Well, I thought you were going to say about an hour or something.
No way, no, 5 minutes is long enough for me.
And
if they want my money, they've got to come and get it.
And what speed did you do the countdown?
I turned around and said to my girlfriend then, I said, look, we got down to 0. I said, right, I'm walking out. If you're coming, like, you're going to come with me, always just stand here and you can pay it.
Yes.
She's now my wife, by the way, so she I couldn't have done much wrong. But I said, just stay calm, let me do all the talking, and we walk out slowly.
Yes.
And the thing was, so we got up.
What talking did you need to do?
Well, just in case they said, where are you going? I said, what I do is say, well, you know, I've been waiting here patiently trying to pay my bill, no one's come over. So, no, of course, I'll pay my bill now, no problem.
Yes, yes.
So, but the thing was, is that we left our coats at the cloakroom. So you got a cloakroom ticket as well.
Yes.
So we was walking past the waitresses and things like that, and they wasn't paying much attention. And we finally got to the cloakroom. I said, look, stay calm. Just let me do the talking. Got the tickets. Go the tickets over to get the coats.
Yes.
Got the coats, walked calmly to the lift. Yeah. And by the lift, there's a little recess right at the bottom of the lift where you could actually hide.
Oh, so suddenly you're not so cocky now. Suddenly there's a little bit of hiding going on.
But it was, Ian. The further we got away from the restaurant, the more running we did.
Yes.
You know, so we thought we'd stay calm first off.
Yeah.
So we did the calm bit, because obviously you draw attention to yourself if you just run.
Of course, you'd look silly running through a restaurant.
Exactly. So we just calmly walked out. Once the lift come up, bing, we jumped in the lift, went down the lift, and as we got out the lift at the foyer, then we walked quicker and quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then once we got round the corner, then we legged it.
Oh man! And how much did this meal cost?
It was about £100.
I've got to just say one thing, because of course that is against the law.
I am Chris from the Sudbury Hill, and breaking the law is illegal. Don't do it.
Don't do it. But in many ways, I'm kind of silently applauding you, although I'm not condoning you. Fair play, the Oxford Town, they're not going to miss that kind of money, but that's naughty. And did you, did you get a bit of a rush from it? Did you feel excited?
Well, I did feel excited doing it, because I thought, well, you know, because I've done it once before in Pizza Hut.
Oh, hang on a second, you're a serial runner!
No, it's only twice I've done it. They're the only 2 times. But when I was walking, obviously, once we got up, left the table, then, you know, the nerves started to kick in a little bit, and I thought, well, just stay cool, just stay calm. And if someone stops me, you're not doing anything wrong, because you haven't actually left the restaurant.
No.
And if they say, what's the problem, say, well, there's no problem, I've been waiting here to pay my bill,
for a whole 5
and I
minutes.
want to settle up.
Yes.
So as long as you stay calm and cool, it's fine. But if obviously you make it obvious you're going to run, then you're in trouble. But then, obviously, if they would have stopped us out in the lift area, of course,
then that's when it could have got a bit nasty.
Could have got a bit. And I would have said. Then I think I would have explained and said, look, I'm trying to, you know, pay the rent. Well, I have to take it from there, really. But I would try to explain. I try to pay my bill, and no one's interested. So, like, you know, if you want to take the bill, you know, if I pay for it now, that's fine.
Eric, listen, mate. Thanks for kicking it off. We're asking, have you ever done a runner? And we're not. I'm gonna, you know, we've got all these legal disclaimers you got to do because, you know. Babies everywhere. We're not condoning breaking the law or doing anything naughty. I just want your stories. Have you done a runner from somewhere? Was it a restaurant? Was it because the service was bad? Was it because... I can't believe you only waited 5 minutes. I've been in restaurants where you got away like 15, 20 minutes sometimes, and you're trying to catch the eye, and then you ask them, and they forget to get the bill, and you've got to ask again, and then they bring you the bill, and they don't collect. Oh, man. He's impatient. Anyone ever done a runner out of a hotel? Has anyone ever done a runner... by doing that thing where you go to the toilet and you climb out the back window? Has that ever happened? Have you ever left your mate there? Well, you've just gone and left them to pay for the bill. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. You can email, of course, iain at lbc.co.uk. And what things have you learnt? We've got some emails. Todd of the Isha says, Ian, this weekend I learnt you can't kiss your own elbow. Don't ask. It's true. And Adam Hart Davis says, Ian, I learnt that you don't have to be a 40-year-old man with a bad mullet, wear loads of fake gold, or eat a full English breakfast every 10 minutes to win a darts championship. Abby in the South Ken?
Hi.
Can you wait for the news and the travel?
Yep, sure.
May you be blessed everywhere you go. Taking over calls 08709090973. Can we get anybody who isn't an old woman to defend the corner shop? I think it's very, very unlikely.
London. It's already slow and expensive.
Oh, crikey, Peter Salter has sent in a strong email. I'm in trouble with everyone today, condoning, or not condoning, this topic. Ian, at many restaurants, if diners do a runner, the waiter of the table has to pay for the meal from his or her wages. I don't believe that's true. I think that's Peter trying to stir it up a bit. That's not true, Peter. Did your guy leave a telephone number when booking? Maybe there is CCTV of him and his now wife leaving. I provide a service to my clients, and the most important thing after providing the service is obtaining payment for it. Just why so many restaurants are slow in providing the bill and taking the money is a mystery to me. What service does Peter Salter provide? The service of making stuff up and emailing it into radio stations. Good service. She's waited for 4 minutes. Has she put the phone down? Let's find out. Abby?
Yes.
She's still there!
I am.
Sing hosannas, Abby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get rid of the corner shop together.
Sorry?
Let's get rid of the corner shop together.
Oh, man, let's do it, because they suck. I said suck.
Yeah, I know you did.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're overpriced, they're cack, they're rubbish. And also, you can do internet shopping nowadays.
Oh, Abby, you've heard the rows I've had with the boring old women today. Don't mention the internet. They think it comes from the devil's bum.
But they haven't got a computer. Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can't use the internet because I'm old. Well,
yes,
that's not an excuse. Yeah, but they can't have supermarkets because I'm old. Yeah, that's not an excuse. You're just saying that to make problems for yourself.
Yes. Because I'm old, I'm 84 and I can't go down the supermarket.
Exactly, the thing is, I'm not, we were a little bit harsh on old people the other day, I kind of half believe it, but I think they do make a thing about, I'm old, so I'm right. Well, no, you're not, maybe something's changed, and you're wrong, my love.
Quite.
Anyway, so the big supermarkets, the thing is, some of the staff there are very friendly. They talk a little bit too much, I'll give them that. They should shut up a little bit.
Yeah.
But they take you to... every time I've asked where something is, they've always taken me, except over Christmas when they were really busy, but the bloke said it's in the middle of aisle 14. So that was good, I didn't mind that. Yeah. They nearly always have everything I want. If they don't have, they'll have something that's quite similar. They have brands I've heard of, and it saves me a lot of money!
Yes, exactly, it's affordable.
Yes, there we go.
Which corner shops aren't.
Exactly. Now, Abby, I want you to tell me something you've learnt this weekend, please.
I've learnt that there are really good shops in Angel.
Are there?
Yeah.
With the Angel Islington?
Yeah.
What good shops are there? I don't think there are any shops.
There's, there's a really nice Chinese restaurant that we went to.
Can you call a Chinese restaurant a shop?
Well, you buy things, therefore it says shop.
It's a restaurant, though.
Okay, I wasn't thinking, you got me there.
Let's not argue pedantics. I didn't go for my Chinese at the weekend. I really fancy it now.
Go there, it's great.
Okay.
It's $4.50 for as much as you want.
Oh, no, I've never done these buffets in the Chinese and the Indian restaurants. Are they any good, and do they have any veggie stuff?
Yeah, they do. They have loads of veggie stuff.
No, I should go and check out.
I used to be veggie, and they have loads of
stuff. Then why did you stop being veggie, Abby?
It's just easier. It's parents putting hassle on me and stuff like that.
Tell your parents to get stuff, man.
I pretty would now, but this was back then, and they were like, oh, it's just a phase you're going through, you'll grow out of it.
Well, that's the thing. When I had that, it's just a phase, But that made me more determined not to eat the flesh of
Yeah, well, when they put
animals.
stuff in front of you, you can't really say, sorry, I don't want that.
Yes, you can.
Well, I can't.
Abby, you've got no principles, for goodness sakes. I've thought better of you. Never mind, don't matter. Each to their own. 0870 9090 973. Penny's in the Bexley Heath.
Hello.
Hello, Penny.
Hello.
Hello.
What I'm phoning up about...
Penny, one second, sorry, I've got to do a little bit of business. Hang on, excuse me. Sorry, I just had to have a slurp of my tea, and I've done that, and that's very
awful.
Really, most people find it very attractive.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh dear, I apologise. Sorry, I thought it would have relaxed you a little bit and made you a bit calmer. I apologise if I've upset you by slurping my tea in your ear. Anyway, Penny, I believe you're a criminal.
What I was phoning up for was that we decided to go into this pub.
Yes.
There for a meal and everything.
Lovely.
My husband had just had an operation, and my brother-in-law was with us, and he was joking with us all the way along.
Yes.
Oh, he's not going to pay for it.
Yes.
And suddenly, like, there was a wedding party there as well, and he sort of mingled in.
Yes.
And suddenly he done a runner at the end of it, and we was left sitting there.
So hang on, your brother-in-law?
He done it, yeah.
He did the runner?
Yeah, and we was left sitting there. So we
so your husband had just had an operation?
My husband couldn't run very fast.
Okay, so your husband was crippled by some condition that involved having an operation very serious, and his brother did a runner?
So he was legging it down the road, and he was hiding in the shop doorway.
And have you ever seen this brother-in-law since? Have you spoken to him about your disgust?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, in that case.
He was killing himself laughing down the road.
It was a pub dinner, though. It couldn't have cost more than £4 or £5, could it?
Huh?
Hmm?
It did, yeah.
Well, there you go. Excellent stuff. Penny, thank you. Not the greatest runner. We're not condoning any of this. Ian, I did a runner at a cinema. I served myself some popcorn, and I got fed up of the confusion about where to queue, so walked away quietly to the film. Yeah, I've done things like that. I think I've done that in a cinema. Got the pick and mix, and then it's all been a bit of a mess, and so you just kind of walked away and thought, I've walked away. I've got this bag of sweets. For now. Paul's in the Isha.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Very well. Before I start this, I'd just like to say that although I don't condone these illegal acts, they're a right old hoot.
Yeah, well, yes, and we do not condone these. They're very naughty, but yes, there is something kind of devil-may-care about them.
Well, there is, and when you started, I rang up with one runner I'd done when my mate Big Dave was sick, but there was another one when we left Jono under the table in a restaurant.
Oh, mate, you've got friends, hang on, you've got friends called Jono and Big Dave?
Yes.
I want to hang out with you guys!
I know, separate occasion. Big Dave cajoled me into doing this runner. He'd never done one before.
Of course he hadn't.
I'd done quite a few, and
good boy.
So he ate as much as he could.
What kind of restaurant? Was this like a pizza
Indian
place?
Restaurant.
Indian restaurant.
Kingston.
Yes.
And so Big Dave ate loads, and I was a bit quicker than him, so he went first, and we decided where we were going to run to, knowing the area quite well.
Yes.
And I went up to pay, Dave went out, and then I just legged it, and I caught up with Big Dave, and we were chased by an Indian waiter.
So you were standing at the till, about to pay, then you just turned and ran?
I was going to do a runner. Luckily I was school 100-metre champion, so I was reasonably quick.
Yes.
And anyway, when we got into this alley, we started laughing, but we'd had a few, and Big Dave was sick. And so all his ill-gotten gains ended up...
So in many ways, that's proof of a god.
Yeah, but one time we left Jono under the seat. He was asleep. He used to get really drunk, and he was asleep under the seat, and we did a runner and left Jono under the seat.
Yes.
And he got woken up when they were cleaning the restaurant. But the one I'd forgotten about was when we nicked the bus. Does that count as a runner?
You did what, sir?
We nicked the bus.
The big red things that I'm familiar with?
Yeah, big red. Well, it was a single-decker, but I was at university in Brighton.
Oh,
and on the way...
May I just say, Paul, I've got to play this. Hang on, excuse me.
I am Chris from the Sudbury Hill, and breaking the law is illegal. Don't do it, kid.
Tell us the story about stealing the bus.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And
Yes.
but I was with my friend Steve and Junior, his brother, and we were. I was at university there. They'd come to visit me, and I used to get the bus into Brighton from the campus every single day. And the driver, when it was this particular driver, he'd stop in this lay-by and nip into this house and leave the bus running. And he'd be there for about 10 or 15 minutes, and we thought he was obviously seeing some woman in there.
Of course.
And when Junior came down for the weekend, he actually he'd been a bus driver for 6 months.
Of course he had.
And so we were laughing about it on the Saturday that we were going to nick the bus.
Yes.
And then on the Sunday, really hungover, still a bit drunk, we were checking out. A couple of old ladies on the back pressed the button to shut the doors, and Junior nicked the bus, and we drove into Kingston. Sorry, drove into Brighton. And on the way through, the old lady said, "Oh, this is our stop," rang the bell, and Junior stopped and let them off. And we parked the bus up very nicely, and then sauntered off.
But was there any legal comeback on you stealing a bus with your friend Junior?
No, this was back in 1985, so there weren't any CCTV
And I think that the law, when it comes to stealing buses, they got 15 years to prosecute you, so you're well in the clear, my friend. It's naughty, it's wrong, and it's kind of not what we're talking about, but... It's a little bit funny, isn't it? Have you ever done a runner from somewhere? 0870 90 90 973. Can you defend the corner shop? And I do want to know, I've got a load of emails on this, we'll do this after news. What have you learnt this weekend? What do you know now that you didn't know on Friday? 0870 90 90 973.
Your chance to win a Monday to Friday.
Ian, when I was about 14, this is on the subject of doing a runner, a gang of us went to the Wimpy. We all had... Imagine having a chain of restaurants where its logo is a beef eater. That's strange, isn't it? We all had a huge meal and decided to do a runner. But in the heat of the moment, we all piled up in the doorway and fell over. I got caught and my dad came and had to pay for all of it, says Colin Powell. Ever done a runner? Can anybody who's not an old woman defend the corner shop? And what have you learnt this weekend? Do we need one more correspondent, or do we need two for the 5:38 Daily Correspondent?
One.
We just need one more. OK, we've got one. I need to print some off. We'll do that a little bit later on. But we do need correspondent updates, please. If you want to email them in, if you are a correspondent, feel free to. We need one more live on the line. Although I'm kind of thinking, just give the longest correspondent a regular gig, because he makes me laugh. If you want to call up, we're trying to, kind of, what's the word I'm thinking of? I can't think. We're trying to have different ones as often as possible, but I do like him. Watch out, Anna Rayburn. There's a good catchphrase. We are getting rid of the corner shop because they are rubbish. They are overpriced. The people who work there are rude. They never talk to you. They're always on the telephone. They never say please or thank you. And they're awful. The big supermarkets are so much better. Tesco is making £16 billion a second for a good reason. It's a blooming good shop. As is the Asda, the Safeway, the Wake, they're all good. Let's just get rid of the corner shop. Let's put something decent there. I don't know. What did you learn this weekend, and have you ever done a runner from... and we're not condoning this. I've got to keep saying this, because otherwise I get told off. But have you ever done a runner from a restaurant? We want someone from a hotel, please, and someone from a garage forecourt. 08709090973. Ever left your mate behind to pay the bill? Ever snuck out through a window at the back? Oliver's in the Harrow. Hello, Oliver.
Oh, hello. Good afternoon, Ian.
Good afternoon.
Well, I've done quite a few runners in my life when I was younger.
Oh, dear.
I have run from a hotel, but one that springs to mind, when I was a student, I went for a big Indian meal with friends.
Oh.
And then when we were building up to do the runner, and we said run...
So you'd planned this in advance, had you, to do a runner? This wasn't a spontaneous, it was a... Shall we do this? Are we going to do this?
Yes, it was premeditated.
Premeditated running, OK.
And so we enjoyed the meal, and me and my friend ran, but we ran into the kitchens where we were caught.
Why did you run into the kitchens?
In the panic, we just ran and saw a door and thought it would lead out to the back of the restaurant.
Idiot.
And we were caught, and they made us pay with credit card, and in the end they made us pay a lot more than the meal was actually worth.
Hang on, were you saying you were bullied into paying extra money?
Yes, because we were worried about the, I suppose our legal point of view.
Yes, of course.
And we thought we were getting off lightly. But
what did you think was on the other side of those big swinging double doors then? You thought that was just going to lead to freedom and free food?
That's it. We thought it would lead maybe into a back alleyway where we could make good our escape. But when we ran through the doors, it was full of people cooking.
Yes.
And then the staff ran in, and we were caught bang to rights.
Yes. Well, Oliver, and you've done this a few times, have you?
Yes.
Ever got away with it?
Yes, at Jury's Hotel in Dublin.
Okay.
So we drove to Ireland for a weekend, and we arrived there on Good Friday. So everywhere was closed, so we decided to go for a meal at the hotel Jury's.
Yes.
So we parked a hire car, went to the restaurant, enjoyed a lovely meal.
Yes.
We had to keep ordering coffee, to time it when we could run off.
Lovely.
And we did. We just walked through the lobby, and when we got out, we sprinted for it and got away with it.
Is there, and again, this is all very naughty, we don't do it, is there anything as delicious as a meal that you've not paid for?
No, it is nice, but when we were walking through the lobby of the hotel, there was an awful lot of, panic, because we didn't know if we'd been discovered, but when we got out of the hotel, it was a nice buzz.
Oliver, you're a very, very naughty man, sir, and slap your wrists. Guy's in the Neaston. Hello, Guy.
Kedang, my friend.
Is this the Guy Fingers?
It is the Guy Fingers, sir, yes.
You know you're a broadcasting legend here at LBC Towers now. I've got to quickly say, after 6 o'clock, we're asking people to send in little MP3s, little bits and pieces they've put together, be they bits of musical magic, or bits of whatever it is you want to do. Guy is continually sending in the best clips, easily.
That's very kind. It's the least I can do for the pleasure that you give me.
Mate, you're Listen, we may not play one of yours this week, but we're going to play Marcella's today.
Oh, that is classic.
It's very, very good. So
it's very good, yeah.
Make sure you listen.
I was playing bingo with Marcella last night, actually.
Did either of you win anything?
I won 20 quid,
Good boy. I haven't been to bingo for years. I like a bit of bingo.
It was great.
Do they still? Last time I went to bingo was with my nan, God bless her, and we did a thing with you went in and they gave you a tin of fruit and a tin of condensed milk. Do they still do that now?
They have these tacky prizes that they give away, like mock crystal decanter, things like that.
Beautiful.
What I was calling about here
Yes.
was, well, as you probably guessed, I'm a musician.
Yes.
And I used to work at this swanky restaurant in Knightsbridge.
1 second, Guy. He said swanky. Continue, please.
And I'm afraid that the gentleman that emailed earlier, was it Mr. Salter?
It was grumpy Mr. Salter.
Grumpy old Peter Salter.
Peter Salter was sending another email saying, Ian, I'm certain on the way to paying for runners. I have read about it in the press.
Oh, so it must be true then.
It must be true, because the press never lie.
But I suppose it varies from restaurant to restaurant. But this particular one that I worked at, where the poor old waitress has only got like 20 quid from working from 6 till 2.
Yes, it's a thankless task.
They did have to pay.
No.
Somebody did a runner.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Guy.
And it wouldn't be so bad if it was just like the cost price of the food.
Yes.
But they had to pay the whole bill.
Did she have to leave a tip as well? Because that would have been quite nice.
There was one occasion where you know those big pepper mills.
Oh, the ridiculously huge phallic things. Yes,
That's right. One of those went missing. God knows how somebody smuggled that out.
Mm-hmm.
But she had to pay for this little Italian waitress I was seeing at the time.
Good boy.
She had to pay for that as well.
Wow. Well, that's bad. I can't believe that is everywhere. Surely most restaurateurs would have the decency to not make their poorly. Waiters have a thankless task. A lot of them are idiots, but some of them are brilliant and really nice and, make it all worthwhile. But no restaurateur would surely charge a waitress for a stolen meal. Very naughty. So I guess, Guy, the message you're giving to London is, don't steal meals. Or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
Guy, listen, are you going to send any more clips for us?
Yes, I'm just working on one at the moment, which is going to be I'm having a lot of fun putting it together, so...
You're a legend.
Thank you, sir.
Guy, God bless you, sir. We will be playing Marcella in the Surrey Keys, I think she is off the top of my head. Her clip, it's a little jingle, What She Has Done. She's had a top 10 record, and she's recording songs for me, unlike the Jonathan King of LBC, in various ways. 0870 9090 973. He used to be a record producer before he became a... we've done, Guy. Sorry, I'm not thinking that. Ian. I was in Sainsbury's when I was a student, and having had a lovely conversation with the new girl on the till, she smiled at me and then began talking to the next person in the line. So I turned sharply on my heels and walked out of the supermarket. I looked behind me all the way back to my flat. I don't ever want to use that supermarket again, and you couldn't do that in a corner shop. Well, we're not condoning that. I gotta say, this email is from Simone Henrique Pascal. Now, there's a name for you. That's got an exciting foreign, exotic name. 0870 9090 973. Have you ever done a runner? We want someone who's done a runner from a hotel now, who's just walked. I imagine. Well, no, saying that they take a copy of your credit card now, don't they? When you go, and they didn't used to do that. I imagine that's why they do it now, because it would have been quite easy to kind of just steam out without it. Anyone ever left through a window without paying? And can you defend the corner shop, Steve in the Egham?
Ian Lee, he's funny, Andy. He's funny. I quite like him. Hello, Ian.
Stephen.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
There's no one with you, is there, Stephen?
Yes, there is. Honestly, I've got lots of friends.
Andy's not with you, is he, Stephen?
Yes, he is.
Put Andy on.
No. He's too busy.
Yes, he's too busy listening to Danny Baker on
there you go.
BBC GLR.
I've got a good reason.
Stephen.
Corner shop.
Yes.
Ian.
Yes. I'm a little bit cautious, but let us hear it.
Let's.
Hang on a minute.
Open them.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let's have a drum roll. Here we go. At the end of the drum roll, tell us your point.
No problem.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Wait for it.
I'm waiting. Oh, there's not a... 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Brilliant.
What
Supermarkets are closed.
Hang on a minute. You've missed half a sentence. So your reason for keeping corner shops open is 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon?
Yes. That's when you can't go to a supermarket.
Why not?
Because they're closed.
They're open 24 hours a day now?
Not on a Sunday, Ian.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
You know what?
They
I
might
like
not be, actually.
I like the way Sheila said cha-cha-cha.
What way did she say it, Stephen?
Well, I can't really say it, can I?
Have a go.
I'm not Sheila.
Have a go.
No, cha-cha-cha.
Yes.
You see? And my corner shop
smells
of cat's wee.
And that's every reason to close it down, you fool.
No,
Andy's not there with you, is he?
It's good
Stephen,
to have
Stephen.
on a yes.
Andy's not there with you, is he?
No, he's here.
He's not there with you.
Oh, he's just gone.
Yeah,
You know what?
so have you, my friend. 08709. I think we managed to get as much out of that sponge as we could do there. It was squeezed dry. There was not a drop more information in there. 08709090973 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Or the longest stuff correspondent has emailed in. We'll find out what he wants after this.
Involved in adult social.
Hello, Abby.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
All this talk of doing runners from Indian restaurants is making me very, very peckish, though.
Oh, is it? Do you want me to cook you up a quick curry, then?
Oh, yeah.
I'm quite a dab hand at the old curry.
Happy a veggie curry, though, is that all right?
Oh, no problem. I do vegetarian.
Oh, Abby, yeah.
What are you all doing?
Oh, OK, can I get some naan bread as well?
No, I don't do naan bread. I can't make fresh naan bread, I'm
all right, in that case, we'll have to leave it, I'm afraid.
Leave it? Oh.
Disappointing.
Anyway, I'm here to end your campaign to...
Onion bhaji? Onion bhaji?
Onion bhaji, yeah, I can do for you,
Do you know, I'd imagine a couple of onion bhajis.
Get one of your cars to come down here and I'll stick some in for you.
OK, we'll sort that out. But you're a fan of the corner shop, are you?
Well, I'm not really. What happened was I went into my local, Tesco's local the other day just to get some milk.
Yes.
Not only did they not have what I wanted, so I was basically forced to go into my local sort of like corner shop.
Yes.
And they had the milk that I wanted and it was 2p cheaper.
No, it wasn't. What do we do in the milk that you wanted?
They had... What milk did I want?
Yes.
Just normal, full fat, semi-skimmed.
Oh, you don't want full fat, that's bad for you.
I know,
Go for the green milk.
It's not for me, it's for my little one. I actually drink skimmed milk.
Oh, the red one?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't drink that. It's like water. It's like white water.
It's brilliant in
Rafting.
bran flakes, though.
No. Oh, gosh, you're proper going regularly, aren't you? Unpleasant.
But yeah, they were 2p cheaper and they had what I wanted, so you can't close the corner shops down, I'm sorry.
OK, so the whole reason we should keep corner shops open is because Abby in the West Wickham got some milk that was 2p cheaper.
Exactly.
It's not a good enough argument, I'm afraid. That isn't washing with me. Ian, I did a runner from a bloke my friend set me up with on a blind date. He was a total nerd going on about the Route Master and Star Trek. Dear God, imagine you going on a blind date and all you can talk about is old buses and rubbish sci-fi. I tried to get drunk and blot him out, but then decided to go to the loo, where I got out of the window and into the pub alley, and then I went home. It's kind of fair, but that poor bloke, he must have cried over his Star Trek videos. Tracy's in the Labrador Grove.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, Tracy.
Hi, I'd like to tell you about the day that I did a runner.
Oh, no, you didn't, did you?
Yeah.
You sound like a decent, lovely lady.
Well, I am, you know.
OK, well, let's hear your story of breaking the law, then.
Yes, it wasn't intentional.
No, of course not.
I was on a day trip
yes.
With the school.
Yes.
And me and my friend went to a restaurant.
Yes.
And we had a lovely meal, and we had to get back for the coach.
Of course, it would be foolish not to.
Yeah, and it was time to pay, and we realised that my friend had lost her purse. And the bill came to under £10, but it was definitely over £5.
Well, hang on, what? It was under £10, but definitely over £5?
Yeah.
So it was like, what, £8?
Something like that. I can't exactly remember how much it was.
It's a strange way of phrasing it, but OK, fine. So it was under £10, but definitely over £5?
Yeah.
OK.
And so what happened was I had a £5 note on me.
Right, I see.
I turned it in half to
Yes.
make it look like 10. But we did it in front of the staff so they could see.
What? Hang on. You made it look like, you made £5 look like £10?
Yeah.
Oh, so you looked like there were two fivers?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not with it at all. OK, yes, OK.
And we put it underneath a saucer.
Yes.
On the table.
Yes.
And we stayed there for a while.
Yes.
And then we left and said goodbye.
Yes.
And that was it.
Oh, man. And did you feel bad, or did you feel, yes, we've got one over on the man?
Once we got outside and we sort of walked a few steps, then we ran.
Yeah, that's the thing, you see. Tracy, listen, thank you for that. I just remember I did a runner from a toilet in Prague. It's one of these weird toilets. It's a weird toilet where you go downstairs and there's a woman there, that's not right. Very rarely can that ever be acceptable behaviour. And I did my business, and I spent a long time drying my hands. It suddenly became apparent that I would have to pay to leave this establishment, this toilet. I spent a long time drying my hands, and then I just bombed it up the stairs, and I was with Fifi, and we just ran, and this woman ran along the street chasing me for a little bit. I don't know how much it would have been, but I didn't have no money. Was it when there were Euros in then? Maybe the Euro wasn't even in yet, so it was Like foreign money. I don't quite know what the foreign money was. Hello, you. This is Michelle. I'm just emailing to see if you've received Gus Muvius's autograph yet. He's the Gadang fellow. May it give you decades of pleasure or at least a minute. Down with corner shops. Hooray for multi-million-pound grocery concerns. Michelle in the Ashley. I haven't received it yet, although, to be honest, Agent Chris I don't think has checked my post yet. He's getting very slack on doing that. Robert is in the Romford. Hello, Robert.
Hello, Ian, and a kadang to you.
Kadang. Mate, can we just have a little burst of kadang? Because I've not heard this for a long time. Oh, hang on, my kadang has disappeared. Oh, no, here it is. Kadang. Come on, kadang. Kadang. Woohoo! And again, Robert. Come on.
Kadang. Woohoo!
I didn't feel you were totally committed to that, but bless you for having a go anyway, sir. What can I do for you, Robert?
I've got a fact for you that I learnt over the weekend.
Oh, let us have it.
Everyone in Britain knows a Dave.
What?
Knows a Dave.
Okay, now hang on a second. This is almost mind-blowing. Where did you get this fact from?
Well, believe it or not, from a Dave.
Robert, I want you to say, my name is Robert in the Romford, and everybody in Britain knows a Dave. Can you say that for me?
My name is Robert in the Romford, and everyone in Britain knows a Dave.
How did Dave, this is, I know at least two Daves. Dave the builder, and, Dave Cassell. How does he know this?
I don't know, he didn't tell us where he found it out from.
Agent Chris? Oh, he's on the telephone. Oh, just wait for him to finish. Agent Chris, do you know a Dave?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's it. Helen behind the glass. Do you know a Dave? She's nodding. Give me the thumbs up. This is quite an amazing fact. You know we're going to get some idiot call in and say they don't know a Dave.
Of course.
It has to be they know a Dave personally, is it not like they're just aware of a famous Dave?
Yeah, like they've spoken to a Dave, personally.
This is mind-blowing. This is like finding out there's no God. Robert, thank you for that. Well, there's the challenge, London. Is there anybody out there who doesn't know a Dave? Well, this is genuinely brilliant if this is true. 0870 909. Forget everything else. Forget all the planning we've been doing for the show so far. I say planning. Me and Chris go downstairs, we have a coffee, we say, she's pretty, and then we come back upstairs. That's it. That's pretty much it. Do you or do you not know a Dave? 0870 9090 973. They've called in pretty sharpish. I believe this is someone who doesn't know a Dave.
I don't know a Dave.
Hello, you're on the air?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
I'm really nervous. I'm not very good on the phone.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not very good on the radio. Don't stop me.
Okay.
So you're on the air now. Do you know a Dave?
No, I don't.
You don't know a Dave?
Nope.
Think very, very carefully.
I used to, but I don't know him anymore.
Oh, no, I'm afraid that counts. That counts as knowing a Dave. Definitely. I don't see Dave Cassell anymore, but I know him. 0870 9090 973. Is there anybody out there who doesn't know a Dave?
Ian, Eddie.
Yes. Okay. Can I just read the craziest email I've ever had in my life? I'm going to read it as it's written. It's titled, You Are Crazy. Ian, you are the most funny and crazy man I have come across in the radio world. To be frank, you are a complete crazy, but you make me listen to LBC every day, especially Monday to Friday. I wonder what you fell. You know what I want to be you for a day, just to know you more and how you operate. Just what do you fell inside? Carry on for now the good work from Tommy Godboy. Now, wow. Thank you, Tommy, for those kind words and those weird words as well. Laurie's in the Hendon. Hello, Laurie.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Laurie.
Hello.
Hello there,
I don't
Laurie.
know a Dave.
Shut up.
I know lots of Davids, but not Dave.
Oh, no. OK, well, now we got the thing. Does that count as a... I think that counts as a Dave, though.
No.
Who's that gobbing away in the background? Tell him to be quiet.
I'm her daughter.
Well, shut up.
I know to shut up.
I'm talking to your mum. Bit of respect.
She made me phone you.
Well, does she know any Daves?
I know a Dave.
Well, thank you. What's your name? What?
Him, he's from Nottingham.
What?
He's from Nottingham. She doesn't know him.
Sorry, what's Nottingham got to do with it all of a sudden?
My mum doesn't know him.
Well, I didn't say that she did I?
So she doesn't know a Dave. That was the whole point, right?
Well, hey, listen, right? Her point is that she doesn't know Dave, then she says she knows loads of Davids. Do you know what Dave is short for, Laurie's daughter?
Dave does not count. So people, when they introduce themselves, they call Dave. They say, my name is Dave. They don't say, my name is David.
Do you know what Dave is short for?
Yeah, of course I do.
Tell me.
Dave is short for Dave, but that doesn't make... No, people...
So Dave is short... Did you say Dave is short for Dave?
So the question was Dave.
Yes.
Like, you know, David, yeah?
Like Bob is short for Robert. You asked the question about...
Is it? Is Bob short for Robert?
Bob.
No, it's not.
How did you not know that?
Bob is short for Bobby.
No, it's not.
Well, yeah, it's not short for Robert. Robert begins with an R. Are you winding me up?
No, not.
Bob is short for Bobby. Everyone, Bobby Ewing.
But basically, the question was... The question was...
Yeah, shush, stop laughing at me, because you're trying to get one... So, you're one of these prank calls, and I'm not falling for that.
Yes, I'm a prank call.
Okay, but so you do know David's?
Yeah, I do. I know David.
He's married to one.
Are you married to a Dave?
No, David.
David.
God, I would call him Dave.
Who would call him Dave?
No, I wouldn't call him Dave.
Tell her, but you be quiet. Shush! Shush! Bob is short for Robert, load of nonsense. Now, I think that David's count. I would have thought that David's count, I'm afraid, Laurie.
Well, he would like to count as a David, but never Dave.
Let me listen to the fact again. Hang on.
My name is Robert in the Romford,
Yes.
and everyone in Britain knows a Dave.
I don't think I'm gonna. I think David's count. I'm afraid. I think David's count. I'm gonna make a judge's decision there. Bobby's short for Robert. It's not even the same letter. So please don't give me that nonsense. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Is there anybody out there who doesn't know a Dave stroke David? Can anybody who's not a boring old woman defend the corner shop? I don't think it is possible. What did you learn this weekend? What do you know now that you didn't know on Monday? Have you ever done a runner from a restaurant, from a hotel, from a petrol forecourt? We're not condoning it. It's very, very naughty. But it does happen. We also have the 5:38 daily correspondent update. I think we have all the correspondence we need, so thank you very, very much for that. 0870 9090 973. A bit peckish now. Someone has emailed in saying they're going to send me some vegetarian Indian food, suki. But there may not be time to get it to me today. That's the problem. That's the problem. Wait for the music to end. It's a very nice tune. There we go. Ever done a runner from a restaurant or a hotel? We're not saying it's good, by the way. We're not condoning it because it's naughty. It turns out if you do a runner from a restaurant, the waitress has to pay for it. Well, you know. Them's the breaks. They make a load in tips, so that's kind of cool. What did you learn this weekend? Let us close the corner shop. Oh, you can't close the corner shop because it's like part of the community and stuff, and we don't like it. No, they're expensive and they're rubbish. Let's all go to Tesco or to Asda or to Safeway because they are good places to shop. And everyone knows someone called Dave. Apparently, I've got evidence of that's the case. Hang on. Oh no, that proves nothing. That proves nothing. Here we go.
Today it is.
Oh, that proves nothing. Hang on. Oh, hang on. This doesn't prove the point, but it proves that the Magnum theme's pretty cool. Down, 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 down. But this is what I want.
My name is Robert in the Romford, and everyone in Britain knows a Dave.
And in the Twickenham, do you know a Dave?
Well, I only know one David, but I realise now that doesn't count, does it? And I've never called him Dave.
It does count as a Dave.
I don't... Yes, of course it does. So we'll get that out of the way straight away.
That's that one kicked and put in the bin and thrown out.
One,
hello.
Well, yesterday afternoon, I learnt an expression that I'd never known before.
Is it broadcastable?
No. It's not really rude, but there's a couple of words in there that might offend someone. So,
Agent Chris!
I was
Quickly come here, I need your help. And what I want you to do is I want you to tell it to my producer off air. No. Right. And he's going to type it on the screen for me.
No,
Agent Chris, take Anne off. She's going to tell you the phrase that she's learnt. Make sure she's not on the radio. And then type it up on the screen, then put her back on. This is very exciting. She's learnt a phrase this weekend that's too rude. Well, she sounds like... I'm not being rude, but she sounds like an old lady, doesn't she? An elderly lady. Agent Chris is going to type it on the screen. Very excited. Lock me up? You can say that one. I can say... Lick me... That's not that rude, is it? Lick me up. I've said it. I've said that on the radio. Maybe I shouldn't have said it on the radio. We've still got time to dump it. Too late. 7 seconds have now gone. 7 seconds away. Just as long as I stay. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. Oh. Well, now, put her back on now. What's going on? Don't you talk to her. Put Anne back on. Quickly, put Anne back on. Wait, how did you learn that phrase, Anne?
Well, I was having lunch...
No, Agent Chris is saying we can't talk about it, no.
No, I can tell you just a fraction.
No,
he's
saying no.
With
He's
two
saying
Polish friends, and that was it.
And he's saying no. Hang on. You can't... Chris has just whispered in my ear what it involves.
No.
No.
Well, I've never heard of it.
No,
I've never heard of it.
No, well, let's say no more.
I mean, I've heard of it, but I
No, let's
don't
say
know
no.
the expression.
Let's say no more.
OK, doing a runner.
Yes. Every time you say something naughty, I'm going to drop in the Diagnosis Murder music.
No,
God bless you.
I've got control, don't worry. I'm not like you. You're so provocative. You like to shock, don't you? But OK, hello?
Yes.
OK, right.
Anne.
Yeah?
I think we're getting bleed through again.
What's that?
I don't know. Some old guy phoned up and mentioned it. I've got no idea what it means at all. Anyway, so yes.
Right. Doing a runner.
Yes.
All right. 50 years ago.
Yes.
I was 13 years old, right?
Oh, 16.
I know I sound younger.
No, you don't. You sound older than that.
Oh, shut up.
Seriously, you sounded about... I thought you were about 80.
You're from Muswell Hill, aren't you?
Apparently.
Yeah, my son-in-law's seen you. He said you're gangly. He thinks you're a scream. They've just moved to Muswell Hill.
Whereabouts do they move to?
Fortis Green Road.
Yes, I know it. I'm aware of that. I am gangly.
Muswell Hill Broadway.
I am gangly.
Yeah, but
Very.
About 6'4". But I said you're a superb bloke on the radio. I think he's seen you on telly.
Okay. Yes.
13 years of age, Lammas Park, Ealing. I come from Ealing originally.
Not interested.
It was near the end of the day. That's relevant.
The evening.
Yeah, well, 5-ish. They used to close the gates. They were very strict in those days. And I think my friend had run on, my little girlfriend, and we were going home, and I didn't have my bike with me, I know, because I tried to run, and I'm a good runner.
Yes, I bet you are. I bet you were. I bet you're not so good now.
I still am.
I bet you're not.
I am for my
I bet I could beat you in a race.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Will
We'll
we?
arrange that.
Yes.
These daffodils obviously tempted me, and I remember picking half a dozen daffodils.
Why did they tempt you?
Well,
the old days were
lovely. I was a nice little girl.
Weird.
Come on, everybody was in those days.
Yes.
12 or 13 years old.
Yes.
So, I picked these, and the most stupid thing was, it was the other end of the park, Northfields Avenue end.
No.
Right near the gate.
Oh, man.
Also, the park keeper's house was right there. I just picked these daffodils.
What the hell?
And the bloke came out. Now,
they're all smoking crack these days.
I didn't. Well,
they're not you.
I don't want to say anything. You're leading me up the path now. No, that means something else, doesn't it? But anyway,
you're filthy. No, it doesn't.
No,
it means
I'm
a drug.
I'm
Carry on the daffodils.
I'm following you. But anyway, the daffodils. I picked them. I was on my way out, just walking, and this little chap came out, all in the the official little uniform. They were little Hitlers in those days, but they did rule the roost.
They ruled the roost.
You were all good kids.
Jobsworths.
And he nabbed me. I tried to run, and the gates were closed.
Oh, God.
And he took my name and address.
Yes, I bet.
And I'll tell you something. That frightened. That probably put me off crime for life.
I bet it did. What are we talking about?
Pardon?
What are we talking about?
Doing a runner.
Okay.
But I didn't get away. I had to give my name and address, and I panicked for a week.
I bet you did.
It turned out that it was a local area, and all people knew each other. And my uncle met him in a pub, and I think it was just forgotten.
Right.
But God, a silly thing like that. Joking aside, it wasn't what you call the biggest crime in the world.
No.
But they were really little Hitlers and strict.
You're boring me now.
More to the point was that
we've only got 10 seconds left now. You've been banging on so long. Yes.
Sad. OK, now the corner shop.
In 5 seconds!
Right. Ortodogu in Hounslow, wonderful Turkish shop opposite the bus station.
We'll keep it then!
If you were missold an endowment that's facing a shortfall and are confused...
Been told about a nice little con that's going on. Thanks for that tip, Agent Chris. Jason is in the Orpington. Hello, Jason.
Hello?
Jason?
Hello.
Hello, Jason.
Sorry, I fell asleep. Sorry, mate.
No, God bless you. It was the news and travel. It happens.
I didn't sneeze. I fell asleep, I said.
Okay, I say, thank you. What can I do for you?
Runners.
Yes.
My brother-in-law and his mate had a big slap-up meal in an Italian restaurant in Bromley one
I
day.
haven't heard the phrase slap-up meal for a long, long time. Well done you for bringing that in there.
Slap-up meal and loads of wine and whatever.
Yes, food.
And then they said to the waiter, "Oh, look, mate, we're having a little bit of an argument over who's going to pay the bill. So what we've done is we've decided we're going to have a race, and whoever loses pays the bill.
No.
Would you start us off?"
No.
And he stood there, and we won. on your marks, get set, go, and run off down the road.
And I'm assuming never came back.
Obviously not.
And he was the waiter went for it. It's like, yeah, okay, fine, no worries.
Went for it, he went, hey, mate, come here, like, you know, we're having he's all involved with it, yeah.
It's borderline genius. Jason, it's borderline genius. I like that. We'll have some of that. 08709090973. It's naughty. We don't condone it. It's stealing. But what? When it's done that imaginatively, we're having a race. I like that. Correspondents, stop calling in. We have 2 correspondents. We have the correspondent updates on the email. Although you can keep sending those in, because they will get stored and used for another day. For the daily 5:38 correspondent update. Ian, I bet the majority of the proportion of Daves that people know are big Daves. So Tom in the Bethnal Green. I guess they are big Daves. I think we know. OK, it's been proven now that this is true.
My name is Robert in the Romford, and everyone in Britain knows a Dave.
Everyone knows a Dave. Let's find the person who knows the most Daves. Do you know more than 3 Daves? I know 3 Daves. Do you know more than 3? 08709090973. James is in the Finchley.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, James.
How you doing?
I'm all right. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, it sounds like you're in a bit of a better mood now.
Yes, I've chilled out. We've got rid of all the old women phoning in, having a go at me, being rude to me, and it's all. I'm looking forward to having some food in an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh. Super. Now, Ian,
James, where have you gone?
I'm here.
Your phone went a bit muffly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My mum does that sometimes. She doesn't know that she's put her finger over the mouthpiece, so she'll be chatting away. I go, Mum, I can't hear you.
Bless her.
Bless her.
Bless her cotton son.
Yes.
So I thought I'd explain to the listeners possibly why you weren't in such a good mood.
What?
You've already sort of tipped us off.
Yes.
I happened to be buying a car on Saturday.
Hey, fancy you.
Oh, yeah, well, I was trying to buy a car anyway.
Yes.
And across the car lot, I can hear some hoodie shouting, oh, dear, his language.
Really? Terrible. Yeah. Shameful on them. Yeah. I think I know where this is going. Carry on.
Yeah, it was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was me. Yes, it was me. But I was at the rental car place, was I?
You were.
Yes. Now, you say, I wasn't shouting. Well, I object to the use of the word shouting, sir.
You had a raised voice, I think.
I had a raised voice, and yes, I was using indoor language outdoors.
I did. I liked your use of whatever. I thought that was.
I tell you what it was. I've had my car, as we all know, is a load of old cat. A couple of weeks ago, it broke down, so I took it into a garage, and I had a hire car. My normal hire car place, which is on the Holloway Road, which is quite cheap. It's 160 quid for a week. Okay. That place was shut, so I had to get a hire car from the place I was at. I won't mention the name. It was very, very expensive. 250 quid a week. I had to have it for 2 weeks. 500 quid. I'm out of pocket for. And then I took it in. And the fella said, all right, mate, just sit there. We'll go and check the vehicle. The guy went and checked it. He came back. He said to the boss, I think we've got a problem here. The boss went out. I went out. And there was a scratch on the side, which had been there when I picked it up, but the guy hadn't marked it off. So I said that was there. And there was a dent in the rear bumper.
There was.
Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no! Oh, no! And the guy's going, well, you've got to pay for that. And I said, I didn't do it. And I swear to God, I swear on my mother's life, I hadn't done it. I hadn't even noticed it. I hadn't done it. I've not had any prangs or anything like that. I've been very, very good with that car. And the guy's got, yeah, it's going to cost you. I said, well, how much is it going to cost? It's at least a ton. And I was like, and the thing is, I'd seen this guy deal with another guy who'd had an argument with him, and I thought, I'm going to lose this streak here. But I did protest. I was going, well, you can't charge me for that. And then I just went, I was so embarrassed. I just went, yeah, all right, whatever, and I walked away. Did you see me, as I walked away, and got about maybe 100 yards away, did you see me trip over?
I did.
Oh, no!
On the cake.
No, someone saw the trip! Oh, no!
But Ian, it wasn't just a trip, was it? It was a trip and then into a run.
It was a little bit of a saunter, but after I tripped, what I did, I'm going to act this out, I tripped, but to make it look like I meant to trip, I got my phone out of my pocket and pretended I was on the telephone.
That's right, my wife spotted that. He's not really on the phone.
James, I'm genuinely blushing now. You have done what an old woman called Dorothy couldn't do earlier. You've brought me to my knees.
Oh, I've achieved something.
Well done, bless you for that. Have you called in for anything else?
Oh, well, just, I suppose, to sew up the argument on the corner shop debate.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to let you win this argument, but go on.
Two things in its favour.
Yes.
The first of which is when I grew up in the Hillingdon area,
yes.
We used to go after school round to our local corner shop and we'd buy for 5 pence some Happy Shopper ice lollies.
Oh, now fair play, the Happy Shopper. I believe the Happy Shopper is now defunct. I could be wrong.
You still see bits and pieces in there, but it is probably pre-war.
Yes, a little bit of Nissa. It was Nissa. Do you remember Nissa? That was involved with Happy Shopper.
I do vaguely, yeah. But
yeah, go on.
Well, these lollies, I think this was before the time when you weren't allowed to put stuff in lollies that gave you cancer and things like that.
Yes,
and,
I don't think that... Are they allowed to do that now? Well, let's not even go there, okay.
Well, I don't know. But, these things were great. I don't think people have fully investigated the effect that they actually have on a prepubescent male. They, so loaded with E numbers, it's better than crack, Ian. It's better than crack.
Yeah. James, listen, I'm going to cut you off. It's just because you've shamed me on my radio show, but I'm going to cut you off in a polite way by saying thank you for calling.
Pleasure, Ian.
Bye-bye. I can't believe that. He did that. He speaketh the trutheth. Thing is, I'd seen this guy 2 weeks ago in the car rental place sort out another customer, and I remember thinking, I do not want to get on the wrong side of him, because there's no way you could... Oh, cracky. You're going to win an argument with him. And I didn't. And I felt... I think as I was in a bad mood... Genuinely embarrassed. Oh, this is Suki, who's going to do the veggie food. Ian, let me know the day you want to sample this on air. I need a couple of days' notice. Some of this stuff takes time to make. I'll put it on a bike or something so that it's warmish when it arrives to say, what, about 4:30? This is free vegetarian Indian food. Come on. Do you like traditional or more contemporary? Or tell me from the list below what interests you. Yeah, all of that. The vegetable, that paneer, mutter paneer, masa dal, vegetable pakoras, veggie samosas. I'm not a chef or anything, just a keen amateur. I'll be making a pilot veggie Indian cookery programme this year. Hopefully I can flog this to some cable channel or another. Just something, Suki, I'll have a bit of all of that, please. Wednesday? Wednesday's good for you, Agent Chris? You want a bit of Indian food Wednesday? Suki, Wednesday, please. Wow, this is brilliant. Is this legal? This is legal, isn't it, what we're doing? Getting a woman to send in some food for us. 0870 90 90 973 is the telephone number. Sorry, I'm wittering away. I shall not eat anything. Ian, I know no Daves, and I know no Davids. I know nothing except how to tune into LBC, says Hez. Hez, think about it, though. I bet if you think, a Dave will spring to mind. We're working on the theory that everybody knows a Dave or a David. Pretty good odds. 0870 90 90 973 is the telephone number. Ian, I have learnt that I should never do my homework while listening to you, or I will miss the show, says Craig. You could be right. Ian, the only redeeming feature of the corner shop is that their cigarettes are cheaper. But now that I've recently given up, I have no use for it. Kill the corner shop, says Dudley. P.S. tell Alan I said hello. He knows who I am. It is done. We're getting rid of corner shops. Have you ever done a runner? What have you learnt this weekend? And we will be having the daily correspondent update very, very soon. You can email Ian, IAIN, at lbc.co.uk, 0870 90 90 973.
You've got 30.
I may have just muffed up the free vegetarian Indian food because Suki is not a lady. Suki is a gentleman. I can only apologise, sir. I prostrate myself. Prostrate? No, what is that? I don't know what the word is. It's been a long old day. It's only Monday and already I can't even speak, for goodness sakes. Oh, dear. Give us a call, 0870 90 90 973. After the news, we'll have the daily correspondent update at 5:38. On the subject of who knows the most Daves, Ali says, Ian, I know 25 Daves. Is this a record? I don't believe... You can't know 25 Daves, can you? It's an odd name, Dave, isn't it? It's a bit of a... not a very exciting name. I'm not saying that Ian is in. It's a very dull name. You need a hard letter in a name, I think, to make it good. 0870 90 90 973. What did you learn this weekend? Do we all know a Dave? Can you save the corner shop? I hope not, because I want to get rid of them. I think they're awful, awful, hellish places. And have you ever done a runner? John is in the Rainers Park. Hello, John.
Hello there.
Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, I was with my mate Dave at the time.
Oh, good boy. Well done.
And that was when we had a little incident with having to do a runner.
Yes. You had to do a runner.
Well, it was so tempting we couldn't help ourselves, basically.
Yes.
Well, basically, what it was, it was about 9 years or 10 years ago or something like that. We went to the cup final for Chelsea.
Good.
And we were back in the Parsons Green, Chelsea area.
Yes.
And we decided to go in and have a steak and a few beers, celebrate.
Nice.
And the place was absolutely packed.
Heaving, yes, I remember.
And there was helicopters overhead with the police, and there was every road had been closed off. So we got into this restaurant, we sat down, and ordered our steak, started eating, and we had a few beers lined up, and then all of a sudden, the place was busy. This couple came down and sat on our table next to us.
Oh, here we go. I like it. Go on.
And I said, looked at my mate Dave and said, no, what's going on? They're just trying to pack everyone in now, trying to get as many people seated as possible.
Yeah.
And this couple, they looked a bit scruffy now. One of them just turned around to me, the guy I think it was, and said, that beer you got there, he said, have you finished that?
Oh, dear.
And I said, no, I haven't, no.
I like
He
beer.
said, is it okay if I just have a little drop of that? And I
What?
said, and I'm thinking, I'm looking for TV cameras. I'm thinking, this is a wind-up, So me being sort of like good-hearted, I said, yeah, go on then. So I let him have the rest of my beer, and that was that. So then I sat there and I finished the steak, and I had a little bit left over on the plate, and then he just pulled the plate over from underneath me and started eating away at what was the remains of my steak.
Oh, dirty.
And I couldn't believe it, and the lady was doing the same with my mate Dave's meal.
Yes.
So we both sat there and were astonished by what was going on. So with that, we were trying to think of a way of getting out of this.
Yeah.
And what in fact happened was the guy got up and made his way to the back of the restaurant, which was packed.
Yeah.
So it took him a good sort of 2 or 3 minutes to get to the back of the restaurant to the loo.
Yeah.
And whilst he did that, me and Dave just stood up and said to the lady, well, thank you very much, and walked out and left her with the bill.
No, this is... John, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't be offended. Are you making this up?
No, that is a perfectly true story. And I remember when we got round the corner from the place, my mate turned around to me and said, quick, let's run with a lisp so they don't recognise us.
Run with a lisp?
That's such a sick sense of humour.
How do you run with a lisp? Do you mean a limp?
It was just crazy days.
Crazy Dave. I believe Crazy Dave meant a limp, not a lisp. I may be wrong. Maybe they did run with a lisp. I don't know. It would stop you being detected, wouldn't it, by... Let's see. Over the weekend, Adam Hart-Davis, otherwise known as Martin Kine, learned that if you live in New Zealand, you can get raspberry Coca-Cola, and Australians really like mint with chocolate. I also learned from LBC late on Saturday that a woman, possibly a stalker, had spotted you in Muswell Hill. On Sunday, I learned that repeating radio shows from the week at the weekend is absolutely rubbish. It's all he's learned. Well, don't forget, by the way, after 6 o'clock, it's the bonus half now. We're still struggling with, Agent Chris goes home or goes to football training. I'm not getting paid for it. So we're trying to make it as easy for us as possible. So we will be taking your calls straight to air after 6. And we've been asking you to send in your MP3s, little bits and pieces that you've produced, you've put together, you've made yourself. We've got a cracking one today. It was a CD that was sent in. You can send in CDs as well. And the address is on the LBC website. Go to my page and it'll all be listed there. But time to stop this nonsense. Look at that. It's 5:38.
It's time for the daily 5:38 Daily Correspondent Update. Brought to you every day. Daily.
The London Underground correspondent Simon in the Archway says the live rail that is furthest from the platform has 630 volts running through it. Remember, you touch it, you're gone.
I'm Martin from Dunstable, the Chris from Crouch End correspondent. At 7:24 this morning on the Nick Ferris show, Christine from the Holy Order of the End of the Crouch stated that music and filthy television was to blame for the huge increase on violence on our streets. Mr. Ferris agreed with Sister Christine. Personally, I blame Richard and Judy.
Robert, the TV Times, the Human Form correspondent, says Blue Peter Simon's groom worked as a teacher before joining Blue Peter. Auction.
This is Denise in the Canada. I'm Ian's Lost and Canadian Uber correspondent, and I have a Lost update. Since meeting on the set of Lost, it appears that British actor Dominic Monaghan, who plays Charlie, and Canadian actor Evangeline Lilly, who plays Kate, are now romantically involved. In fact, there's speculation that Dominic has plans to propose when he was seen checking out Diamond Eternity bands at an upscale jewelry store in Beverly Hills.
Excellent stuff, correspondence, including one live in Canada, US of A, my friends. Good stuff, my friend. I made a big mess here with all the bits of paper now. We need a woman, Chris. We need a woman to tidy up. I say woman, it could be a boy. I'm not being sexy. Nothing wrong with it. I've heard about this big cleaning thing going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't care. We got the move next week. Move downstairs. Oh, I'm going to share a desk with somebody. We'll do that. We'll mention that tomorrow, actually. There's big things are happening in LBC. Behind the scene. Graham is in the Sydenham.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm all right, how are you?
Yeah, so, Bob. Ain't Bob short for Robert, then?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Well, it's short for Bobby.
No, it's short for Robert.
It's short for Bobby, mate.
Don't you know? So what about Bill? Bill's short for William.
Yeah?
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 Well, that's a different letter. You know, you're saying, you know, it don't even start with an R.
Yeah.
Because it's a B.
Well, Bill doesn't start with an R. No, it's a B.
Yeah, well, William does.
No, William starts with a W.
Yeah, but Bill's short for William.
Right. And your point about Bob and Bobby is...
Yeah, Bob and Bobby. Bob's short for Robert.
But it's not, though. That woman was...
that woman... And we call him Bob.
Well, you've got it wrong. That woman was winding us up.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that as well. I don't think she was. I think she thought that too.
She thought what she thought, but you're thinking something completely different because she made it up, I think.
No. And, like, you know, Lizzie's short for Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And Bobby's not short for Robert, no?
No, Bobby's short for Bobby. Bobby is a name in itself. Bob is not short for Robert, I promise you.
I know some Roberts called Bob.
Well, they're idiots then, and they're just trading on someone else's name. It's not short for Robert, mate.
All right, mate, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. I'm glad I could clear that up for you. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a little bit of a telephone call. Dear me. Got some emails. Ian, I can't stand my two corner shops 5 doors down from each other. I would prefer to go to a Tesco, but it's a bit of an effort if you fancy a bar of Galaxy or a tin of Stella at 11 o'clock at night. What a life you lead, Amanda. But I am contemplating getting in the car to do this because at Tesco I don't get asked how are you today? You're in late today. Oh, you have changed your brand or whatever. Nosy stalkers, all of them. At Tesco, you get treated like a number. Just the way it should be. I agree with you, totally. Totally. We are getting rid, I've decided, of the corner shop. There's no need for them. Just think, you know, these big multi-corporations, Tesco and Sainsbury's, they're so bad for, like, the environment and stuff. Well, they're not. They're a lot cheaper. That's why they're doing so well. Jason is in the Brixton. Hello, Jason.
Hello there, Ian. How you doing?
I'm fine, Jason, my friend. What can I do for you? My friend.
Well, firstly, we can't get rid of corner shop.
Oh, yes, we can.
No, because they're just round the corner from your house, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, so it's Tesco these days. There's a Sainsbury's quick garage over the road from me. I go in there. There's a Summerfields just down the road.
No, but some of us who live in the city area, you know, it's just convenience at the end of the day. It's not, you can't really go into Tesco's with, you know, your shorts and your slippers.
You haven't got to dress up for the Tesco's, Jason. You can go in looking like anything.
No, but the corner shop's a little bit more convenient. You know, you can just get up and just go in there wearing whatever you want to wear.
You could. I don't understand. It's not a fashion parade. You can wear that in Tesco. Are you telling me you dress up to go into Sainsbury's?
No, but I wouldn't go in there because I could see somebody that I know. So I don't want to be going in there with my shorts, with my skinny legs showing, and my toes out the door.
Hey, listen. Do you know what? How old are you, Jason? You're in your 20s?
I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, I could tell that. Because when I got to 30, I didn't care about showing my skinny legs. I never used to wear shorts when I was in my 20s. I turned 30, I was wearing shorts all the time. It turns out people don't care what your legs look like.
Okay. Well, that wasn't the main reason why I phoned up.
Okay, Jason.
I've stole petrol in the past.
We don't condone it. It's very naughty. Did you do it deliberately?
Yes.
Oh, mate, that's naughty. What happened very quickly?
Well, I didn't do it more than once. It was kind of like an ongoing thing.
What?
Yeah, it was. I was young. I, wanted to.
Did you never get in trouble? Because they have those cameras now, don't they, filming everything?
Well, what you do is, you find an abandoned car, you take the number plates off the abandoned car.
I have to stop you because this is just breaking law. You're probably going to confess. You won't confess to murder at all. That's silly. But wow, that's very, very naughty. It's kind of different from doing a runner. Finding abandoned cars, then going in and stealing petrol. Naughty, naughty Jason. Shame on you. 08709090973 is the telephone number if you want to take part in the last 15 minutes of the show proper before it goes a little bit mental at 6 o'clock. Welcome to the Generation. It's that email there from Mark, and by the way, I shall say hello to James. Could you forward that to yourself so we have that on file? They're going to make us a T-shirt with my picture on it, which I shall wear for a day, just to be slightly perverse, and then we'll give it away or something as a prize. Which is kind of nice. Yeah, lovely. Don't forget a 6 taking your call straight to air. Let's go to Margaret in the Eltham. Hello, Margaret.
Hello, love. Nice to talk to you.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
Bob is short for Robert.
Sorry?
Bob is short for Robert.
I'm afraid you're wrong there.
No, I'm right.
No,
I'm right. Because it's things like Dick is short for Richard.
Dick is what?
Dick is short for Richard. Bill is short for William.
Yes.
There's quite a few other strange things.
I thought Dick was short for something else.
No, Dick... Dick is short for Richard.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
But there is another thing I did do.
But Bob is not. I know those in those cases that's the case. But Bob is not short for Robert.
It really.
It's an urban myth. It's like that thing. You know, there's a story going around.
I've known it years.
There's that story going around of the chap who went on holiday abroad and a spider bit his foot, and then a month later, loads of spiders came out of his foot. It's an urban myth, Margaret.
No, it is right. Honestly,
it's not. I don't want to correct you. You sound delightful, but you're wrong.
I did a runner about 10 years ago.
You don't sound like you can.
From a bed and breakfast place.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Pardon?
Did you?
I really did. And it was really like a great escape.
Really? Was there at one point when they said good luck to you in English and you turned around and said thanks very much and then they realised you weren't a German?
Well, they gave us our breakfast.
Good luck to you! Thanks very much. Oh, damn.
They gave us... Are you there?
Hello?
Ian?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
Are you listening? Because this is really interesting.
OK, but Bobby's in short for Robert.
Bobby's short for Robert.
It's not.
I've forgotten about that now, because I know I'm right.
You're wrong, though. So what you're about to tell me could well be a lie.
A lot more people will probably ring in anyway.
Margaret, listen, your story sounds like it's going to be so good. I'm going to play a drum roll. At the end of the drum roll, tell me the story. It's to build up the suspense for the listener, OK?
It was really good. It was like a great escape.
OK, wait there. When you hear the drum roll finish, then you tell me the story. Here we go.
All right, then. Is that right? Is that now? Now? Can I do it?
Wait for it to finish.
Oh, my God.
Now!
Now, OK, me and my daughter just went away for a few days.
Yes.
Down to Cornwall.
Yes.
And we went round one or two places, guest houses and things. And the last place, he kept promising us he would put us in this lovely room with a sea view. And he never got around to it. And we were there a couple of nights. And he gave me a silly little camp bed in the corner of the room.
What a poo.
It was really uncomfortable.
I bet it was.
And he expected us to pay for that.
You don't see camp beds anymore, do you? I remember I used to sleep on a camp bed when my grandparents came and stayed.
You just pull this thing out in the corner of the room.
He did what, sorry? He did what?
My daughter had a lovely double bed in the middle of the room, but I had this silly little camp bed.
Oh, right.
So on the last morning, we were only there about a couple of nights.
Pay for that.
On the last morning, we had our breakfast, and I said to my daughter, I'm not going to pay for this.
No.
I said, I'm really not going to pay for a camp bed in the corner of a room.
So you dug a tunnel called Dick?
Sorry?
Like the Great Escape,
So
you dug a tunnel...
I said, I'm going to go. I'm going to run. And we ran up to this car park and we put our cases in our car.
It's not quite
but
like
the
Great
funny
Escape.
part about it, Ian, was
Yes.
we flew up the motorway 100 miles an hour in her little car.
Right.
And she was so paranoid. She was so scared 'cause she's not a person to do that.
No.
And neither am I, really.
Who is really?
No, and so what we do, but it was really funny, on the way up the motorway, there was this helicopter looking for somebody. And they were hovering about, helicopters hover.
Yeah,
about
they do, don't they?
a few feet up off the ground.
Yes, I've noticed that.
And it sort of came face to face with your car as you were going up the motorway.
Now you're making this up.
I really thought they were looking for us.
Yeah.
That was really scary.
Mm.
But we got back to London, heaved a sigh of relief, and that was it.
And how long ago was this?
About probably 10 years ago.
Oh, because you know that there is a law where they have 20 years from you doing a runner to prosecution, so there's still 10 years on that.
Oh, don't tell me that now.
Well, listen, he could still prosecute you within the next... If you've not heard from him by 2015, the year, not the time, then you may have got away with it, Margaret. But until then, I'd keep looking out through your net curtains.
You're telling people to ring in and tell you these stories.
I know, and it's a good story, thank you.
But do you think that was interesting?
Yes.
Good. It's nice to talk to you.
It's nice to talk to you.
And if you drive past Steve Allen, give him my love, because he does make me laugh at 5 o'clock.
I won't be driving past Steve Allen. Steve's in the Heathrow. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Ian. Good dang.
Good dang, my friend. What can I do for you?
It's a wind-up associated with doing a runner, actually. I've tried it a few times. It works quite well.
OK, we don't condone naughtiness, by the way.
No, this is absolutely no naughtiness involved. It's just a great laugh.
Lovely.
The idea is, when you go out with a group of your mates, you know you'll always get some that are game for anything. They'll do anything. And you always get one or two
that
are so straight, it's painful.
Oh,
they'd even
God, it hurts.
They'd get out the swimming pool to have a pee or something, you know.
Oh, what? I would hope
Well,
most...
they're so straight.
Yes, OK.
Yeah, OK.
Lovely.
The idea is, you wait towards the end of the meal and everybody gets up to go to the toilet. And when one of these guys who are dead straight goes to the toilet, you settle the bill with the manager.
Yes.
Then when he comes and sits down again, you all get together and say, right, we're going to do a runner, guys.
Oh, this is
as
good.
you disappear one by one, the picture on his face is worth every penny of it.
Oh, no, that sounds quite good. So you're not breaking... You're one of the few callers today, Steve, that hasn't broken the law.
Well, you've got to have a laugh, and if you can have a laugh without breaking the law, it's double winner, isn't
It's a double winner indeed. Thank you for that, Governor. Eileen's in the Edgware. Hello, Eileen.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, Bobby is short for Robert.
Sorry?
Bobby is short for Robert.
No, Bob is short for Bobby.
Bobby Kennedy. Robert Kennedy.
Bob, I remember Bobby
Robert
Kennedy. John F. Kennedy. J.F. Kennedy.
Yes, John F. Kennedy was the older brother of Bobby Kennedy.
JFK. It's an airport, isn't it?
That too.
Yep.
But Robert Kennedy was his younger brother who was assassinated at the Democratic Convention in 1968.
Right. Oh, crikey.
His name, he was known as Bobby Kennedy.
Yes.
And John F. Kennedy was also known as
You're
Jack.
boring me now.
Yes.
Sorry.
John F. Kennedy was
Fact of
called...
history.
John F. Kennedy was called Jack. He was John.
He was also known as Jack.
No. Oh, Eileen, I'm going to cut you off because that's nonsense. The J for John F. Kennedy stands for Jack. No. I'm sorry. You did set off the Clive Ball boring alarm once as well, and that's too much these days. Bob is not short for Robert, and it's annoying me that it's an urban myth. It's like the story about the couple that went away. They came back, they found him burgled. 2 weeks later, they got some pictures through the post, and it was the burglar who using the toothbrush up on his bottom. It's an urban myth. It never happened. Ah, dear. 0870 9090 973. More of your calls after this.
As an investor...
You're loving it. It's the extra half an hour, the bonus half an hour that we're legally obliged to do. So we're taking your call straight to air. We've got an MP3 to play. Oh, hang on. Oh, look at that. Sorry, someone sent us in a Kids in the Hall clip with a song called These Are the Daves That I Know. It's a cracking song. I know exactly what it is. Anyway, let's wait for the music to end, shall we? These are the Daves I know, these are the Daves I know. It's a very funny song, but we can't play. Line 1, you're on the radio now.
Good afternoon, Ian.
Good evening.
Oh, yes, sorry, I'm 8 minutes late.
Yes, you are. Never mind.
I'm Bob in Pimlico.
Hello, Bob.
My parents used to call me Robert for some weird reason.
It's odd, isn't it?
Definitely Bob.
Yeah, Bob is not short for Robert, is it?
No, it's definitely not.
And his name is Bob. We don't know what he knows. He was cut off in his prime there. He's called Bob. It's an urban myth. Line 3, you are live on the radio. Hello? Hello? Oh, they bottled it. OK, let's go to line number 6. Let me press this button. Line 6, you're on the radio.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I'd like to see you, and I think your show's really great.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very kind. What was your best bit today?
Pardon?
What was the best bit today?
I think it was just you. You're great.
Oh, that's very kind. Do you know what? We have a lot of... did you hear Chabby Vicky earlier on? What did you think to her?
Oh, I think she's wonderful, Chavy.
Yeah, we like her. I must say the show's got a lot better since we banned that Ben from the Hemel Hempstead.
Oh, I hate him.
Yeah. It's you, isn't it, Ben?
No!
You're banned! Till 2007, and by then you might have discovered, I don't know, like girls and stuff. I don't know. Line 6, you're on the radio.
Is that me?
Hello, yes.
Hello, it's Barry.
Barry in the Watford?
Yes, it is.
Hello, mate.
The cops are going. Listen, I was just phoning to say I had a lovely birthday.
Oh, you were going to the Spearmint Lounge, Spearmint Rhino?
I decided against it. I was going to go with my friend John Jenkins.
John Jenkinson's.
The saucy dancing, you know.
Yes.
But in the end, my Margaret done a little bit of a dance in the flat for me.
And that was as good, was it?
Well, it was different. She had to get someone in from the council to help her, you know, but it was very nice.
That's a very unpleasant image I've been left with there, Barry.
Yes, I mean, it was nice. Occasionally she'd lean forward and pick up a Scotch egg and, pop it in her mouth. I kept saying to John, will you go back to your own flat now?
He was there. John was watching as well?
Yeah, and in the end she fell over an occasional table, and so the whole evening came to a halt, really.
But you had a good birthday?
It was wonderful.
Yeah, any presents?
Just the erotic dance,
yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I bet it will. Thank you for the lovely image, Barry.
No problem.
Take care.
No.
Bye-bye. Oh, he's lovely, isn't he? Bless him. 0870 90 90 973. Taking your call straight to air as we go to line number 2. You're on the radio.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, man.
You okay?
Yeah, fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I was just wondering if you knew that hello is actually short for hyacinth in the West Indies.
The hello is short for what?
Hyacinth.
Hello?
Yeah, you can say hello, you can say hi, you can say wagwan. Any of the three is actually acceptable in the West Indies.
And that's short for hyacinth?
Yeah, it is.
Are you...
I'm surprised no one called up today and told you.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised and a little bit confused. I've got no idea what's going on. Line 9, you're on the radio.
You love Mike Dickens.
Bless you for that. It means very little to most people, but to me, that means a lot. Line 2, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's that?
This is Iain Lee, you're on the radio.
Am I on the radio now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to moan about you having Gary Glitter music on at about 6.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Get over it, do you know what I mean? Let us go to line number... 7.
Gadang.
Gadang.
It's Jackie.
Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Ian.
How are you?
Not too bad.
Good.
Yeah, get rid of corner shops, man.
Yeah, man. Just go and get rid of them.
Yeah, because they're too expensive, they rank, they stink rank, and they're on there.
She's saying rank. She's saying rank, just an unfortunate speech impediment that's... this is a weird one, isn't it? Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's light-hearted, sometimes it's really dark and nasty. Line 2, you're on the air.
Tonight, a TV theme from the 60s.
We can't quite hear it, I'm afraid. It's a little bit muffled. It doesn't work every day. It doesn't matter. It's not meant to. That's what makes the good days so good. Line 2, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello?
What's up?
What? Did you say crap?
No, I say what's up.
Oh, I said crap. Nothing. What?
Hello?
Hello? No, not good enough. Rubbish, in fact. Line 2, you're on the air.
I've got a great idea.
It's the Italian Job. It's the end of the Italian Job. It's just not good enough, though, yeah. Bless you for playing the end of the Italian Job, but we couldn't quite hear it. Line 5!
Hello.
You're on the radio!
Hello. I done a runner. I told a bird once, and when I woke up in the morning and see it was a big fat minnow, I had it on my toes.
There you go, you see, there you go. We'll leave that for a while, shall we? Buck up your ideas, London! You've been rubbish so far. Buck 'em up! But saying that, we're doing this because we're lazy, but, you can still do better than that. If you're calling in now, put the phone down. We're not going to do it again for a couple of minutes. You can email in if you want, Iain, iain @lbc.co.uk. After the news, we'll play a CD that Marcella from the Surrey Keys has sent in. It's a jingle. It's kind of good. We quite like it. We're asking you to send in your clips, little bits and pieces you produce, no more than 2 minutes long, please. Otherwise, we will not play them. You can email them, iain@lbc.co.uk.
Bromsgrove Electrical Suppliers?
OK, do better, London. We're taking a call straight to air. Line 2, you're on the radio.
Hello, Ian. Do mera hero number 1.
Do mera hero number 1.
How are you then?
I'm fine, thank you. Is this Saeed?
Yes.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Listen, I'm going to Pakistan next week.
Oh, whereabouts are you going, please?
Lahore.
Oh, I didn't like Lahore.
Eh?
I didn't like Lahore. I preferred Karachi.
Oh, no, Lahore is the best place.
Okay. Lahore's kind of busier, isn't it, I think?
Yes, but they have really good food there. You really enjoy it.
Okay. How long are you going for?
3 weeks, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, how can I listen to you? Can I ring you from there?
Oh, man, ring us from Pakistan, definitely. The first call... The thing is, if you ring us, we'll call you straight back.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I promise you. Agent Chris, that's fine, yes.
Okay.
So if you manage to ring us...
A ring from my mobile, right?
Oh, crikey.
Give me a ring straight from
you need to speak to Agent Chris first, though. That might be quite expensive calling from your mobile, because you'll have to speak to Chris for maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
No problem.
We'll call you straight back.
That.
Okay, listen.
For you only.
You're a legend. In that case, make sure you're somewhere very exciting and exotic so we can hear what's going on in Lahore.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is very exciting. We're going to have a call from Pakistan soon. I loved Pakistan. I'd kind of like to go back. Oh, I don't know. Line 2, you're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
I
or should I say good the morning.
Thank you, sir.
On the subject of Dave...
Yes.
I've been checking the statistics, which go back to the beginning of 1998.
I remember it.
And Dave accounts for only 5 out of a total of 6,639. So it's not very many.
Interesting. Thank you for that. Now listen, we've been asking you... I've got no idea. We've been asking you to send in your MP3s and your bits and pieces and CDs and things of little things you produce. Don't just send in songs that you've heard that are a bit funny or prank phone calls from American radio stations, because I just delete them. I don't even listen to them, so no thank you. Marcella, in the Surrey Keys, she sent in this. It's a little bit creepy hearing your name sung that many times by a beautiful lady, but thank you very, very much. We're playing more of those later on in the week. If you've got any, you want to email them, iain@lbc.co.uk, or you can send them on a CD. The address is on the LBC website. Line 2, you're on the radio.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Ian, it's Liz in Chelsea.
Hello, Liz in Chelsea. What can I do for you?
I was just ringing up to say, up the corner shops. By the way, Marcella's thingy just then was brilliant.
She's great, isn't she?
That was excellent.
She sent me a picture of her looking very hot as well.
Anyway, don't make me jealous, I'm not well.
Okay.
I was ringing up to say that...
What's wrong with you?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
My corner shops are fantastic, because I'm not very well.
Yes.
I call them up and I need something.
What?
They'll just bring it down.
No, they won't.
No probs.
They won't. You can call them up and they will bring it round?
Yeah.
How far away do you live from your corner shop?
About 100 yards.
And do you pay extra money?
No.
Wow. Well, that's kind of cool. If you're there looking after you while you're poorly, that's kind of cool. We like that. But you can order stuff from the Tesco's online.
And by the way,
Hello.
Ian,
Yes, not listening.
what's I going to say? Chelsea.
Yes.
You know I'm into Chelsea.
Yes.
Arjun Robin got sent off yesterday for hugging.
Oh, what?
For hugging.
What a load of... It's political correctness gone mad.
Isn't it?
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. I don't know. Line 2, you're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, you're on the radio.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
You know you were talking about how Bob is not short for Robert.
Yes, I do remember that, thank you.
Well, I have a name book,
Okay.
and it says Robert.
Yeah, I've lived.
From the Anglo-Saxon meaning blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. You're making that bit up, but yes.
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 But anyway.
Yes.
Variants are
Yes.
Bob, Bobby,
Yes.
Robin, Rob, Robbie.
Right.
Which means that Bob can be short for Robert.
Bob isn't short for Robert.
Ask Clive's Bob what his name is.
I've asked Clive Bob. Clive's Bob is called Bob. That's his name. That's the name on his birth certificate.
So weird.
Yeah, you are weird. Thank you, though, for calling, but you're completely wrong. It's an urban myth, and I don't like people trying to perpetuate these things on here. It's not good at all. Line 2, you're on the radio.
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
First of all, Bob is short for Bobby.
Thank you very much. There we go.
Second of all...
The voice of reason has called in at last. Yes.
I love her, bruv.
Oh, bruv, but bruv, I love her.
Yeah, not Sarah, but we're talking about runners.
Yes.
Well, it was the other day.
I love her, bruv.
It went all down my leg.
Oh, dear. Should we just play a song? Can we just play a song? Can we? We can't just play a song. Let me play a short song. Okay, well, let's go to... hopefully this call will save it. Line 2, you're on the air.
Hi, Ian.
Hey!
One thing is, I like corner shops as well. I think they're pretty good. Although I also like the farmers' markets.
Yes.
And it's trying to arrange, I suppose, getting personal deliveries from farmers' markets might be a good idea as well.
Yeah, it could be. Can I play some music? Is that all right? Thank God for that. Come back, David. All is forgiven.
Would I?
Line 2, you're on the radio.
Would I?
No, line 2 bottled it. Bring it up.
Would I?
Line 3, you're on the radio.
Hello, son.
Hello.
Hello, it's Albert.
Hello, Albert.
Hello, mate. I've phoned a bit. I've got a mate called Bob.
Yeah?
Yeah, his name's Bob.
Excellent stuff.
Would I?
Line 5, you're on the air. Let's do it. Oh dear. You may have heard the music jump 7 seconds there. If you're following the beat, if you're taping this song, I'm sorry, you have to tape it next time we play it, because we've had to dump 7 seconds off Chico Arnaz and his orchestra, because someone said a swear. Let's just play the song, goddammit. Sometimes it doesn't work. Crazy drums, man.
Would I? Would I?
Everyone with a basic level intelligence knows that my uncle's birth certificate says Robert, but everyone knows him as Bob, says Chelsea from the Up Mid-Star. It's the best song to air drum to. Oh dear. Well, you know, the show was a little bit rubbish today. What can you do? It doesn't work every day. It doesn't work every week, to be honest, but never mind. I'm all out of breath. Never mind. OK, listen, coming up a little bit later on, it's Gary King with the big quiz. I believe that Alison Bell is filling in for Clive Ball, who is still poorly. But next, it's the Nightly News with Sandy Waugh. I'll see you tomorrow at 3.
This show is completely transparent. If Iain Lee offers you any advice, don't take it. If Iain Lee offends you, he didn't mean it. If Iain